put on my homer cap real quick for you. The Jets are going 12-5, getting a first-round bye. Home field for at least one game in the playoffs this year. What do you think of that? What do you think of it? That's what I'm saying. 12-5. We're going, guys. 12-5. 12-5, first-round bye, home field playoff game. Guys, it's going to be great. Are you kidding me? We were 2-14 last year. We have a whole roster full of kids. I got a first-time rookie head coach, rookie offensive coordinator. We don't know what these guys are going to do. We have a quarterback. He's never played an NFL game. Mekhi Becton can't stay healthy. I'm telling you, we're going 12-5. I'm telling you, you're out of your friggin' mind. Before you guys take off, do you think I could get a score prediction week 1 from you? I see the Jets coming out and breaking the will of the Panthers up front. Our lines are going to kill their lines. Therefore, we're going to score 31 points. They're going to score 17. 1 touchdown from Sam Darnold. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry. Best thing we ever did, getting rid of that Sam Darnold guy. Now, nice guy. I like him. I think he's a nice guy. Got a pretty girlfriend. All those things. I'm just telling you, Sam Darnold can't do nothing. We seen it. Nothing. 31-17 Jets.
I hate to say it. I do. I hate to say it. But I can't see the Jets stopping their offense with all those guys they have. I'm going to flip what Homer said, 31-17 Panthers. I'm sorry.
Well, hello, everybody. What is happening? It is Thursday night, and me, I've been just sitting here relaxing all day waiting for this to happen. Or was I driving really fast trying to get here on time after my son's football practice? One or the other. But anyway, no matter how you slice it, I'm psyched to be here. I want to say hello to some of you guys, my early risers. Eric Craig was first tonight. He jumped right in. He was in here, I think it was an hour ago, maybe. He was in here with Rusty Spooner, Stephen Engel. Those guys were here nice and early today. We got John Post. He's here, Postman. We watch you K99, and I'll get to him in a second, but he's here along with Frankie from Flatbush. Liam Riordan's back. Yeah, man, this is it. We got Mo Lake. What's happening, Mo Lake? Ant Jets is here. Sneakers to Boots. Oh, man, you guys are like this is a famous chat, man. This is everybody. John Amarella, Harry W. Look at you guys. I'm so psyched that you guys are here. Tonight's going to be fun. But speaking of Watu K99, as you guys, if you remember, I should say, from last week, Watu K99 is going to be part of the show with us, man. He's going to be in the background helping us with stats and information so we can have access to stuff without me having to stop it and look for it and you guys stare at my ugly mug while I do research and everything. So let's bring him on and say hello. He's ready for you guys. He is psyched to be in this one. It's going to be great, man. How you doing tonight?
There we go. Microphone's on now. I'm doing great. How you doing?
Man, I'm psyched. As I was telling you, I've only been home for I guess like 10 minutes now, give or take 10, 12 minutes. So I was all stressed and freaking out. But now that we're here, we got our friends in the chat. I'm pretty good. So before we get into we're going to do the whole season prediction. This is it. We're week 1. We're going to sit together as a group and we're going to try to nail down what we honestly think our realistic record's going to be. But before we get into that, what do you think, Watu K99? What's going to happen this weekend? Are we winning? Give me some scores. Give me your thoughts real quick.
I'm going back and forth on this a ton. This is a game that's going to be won or lost in the trenches. Everyone's going to be talking about Sam versus Zach. That's the pretty matchup. That's the marquee match. These quarterbacks are going to go as far as the offensive and defensive lines let them go. I'm trying to keep my homer hat on myself and not put on the hater hat, I think this is going to be – we're going to start expecting this team to score points, and I think that's going to start happening this week. I expect a lot of heavy running early on in this game, from the Jets. I think they want to set up the run, establish the run to create the pass. I think it's going to be a one-score game no matter what. We know the Panthers had a lot of one-score games last year. They lost.
That's
I'll give
right.
you some numbers right now. They went 5-11. Was it 5-11 last year? I got to remember the 16 versus 17 game thing, right? Yeah, it was 5-11, but they lost 8 of those 11 games by 1 score or less. This team is used to being in close games, so I could see that happening again. But I think the Jets are going to pull this one out. And in fact, if you want to score, I'm going to say Jets 30, Panthers 27.
Jets 30, Panthers 27. That is fantastic. I would love that. That's a high-scoring game. That's a whole bunch of fun. That's a lot of yards, a lot of points. Man, 30-27. Wouldn't it be nice to actually win some shootouts? That would be amazing.
It's entertaining, yeah. I've heard these stories about Ken O'Brien and Wesley Walker and Al Toon back in the day on the black and white footage. It's really grainy nowadays, But from what I hear, the Jets used to be in shootouts. It's amazing.
Yeah, way back in another era. That's like a different lifetime. I want to take a second and say hello to Boy Green. Paul Esden is here. If you guys haven't listened to this week's podcast, he does such a great job breaking down what Saleh said about, I don't know if you guys heard Saleh's press conference, but man, did he insinuated that there were discussions within the Jets organization of having Sam Darnold and taking Zach Wilson. They didn't mention Zach Wilson, but he said, and taking a young quarterback at number 2. Could you imagine having Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson? That would have been a terrible way for this organization to get started, this new regime. And if you guys haven't listened to the Jet Zone yet, it's fantastic. Paul does such a great job every week, but I particularly enjoyed this one. I actually have about 15 minutes left of the podcast. I didn't finish it yet. But man, is it good. And we'll get into some of that stuff later. So thanks for being here, Paul. It's always great to see you. I love the Jet Zone, as you know. So, but yeah, watch UK99. The fact that, like, you bring up previous eras of Jets football with shootouts back in the days of Kenny O'Brien, and even like in 2010 when we used to we would throw the ball and have guys like Santonio Holmes or Braylon Edwards break one big for us. That was even nice, but that has not happened. I guess 2015 we could say a little bit, right? We had Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker and Chris Ivory. So we had a little bit of it then, man, but what a...
It was just coming up. That may have been a Nunwa's best year. He had he had the big reception to set up the Eric Decker overtime touchdown against New England.
Yeah.
Week 16.
Oh.
I still remember I was in Key West during that game, and I was right next to a Patriots bar when that was going on, and I could barely walk from a soccer injury that I'd had. It was just, I could barely walk, and I had to make it back. I was on a cruise, actually, during that game, and I told my family, I said, I have to watch the end of this game. The Jets, this game is so close. We have got to win this game. I found my way into a bar, and when Decker caught that touchdown, I had about 10 minutes to get back to my boat. And I lived like Ratso Rizzo in Midnight Cowboy, at the end of Midnight Cowboy. I'll give you an old reference there. Just screaming JETS, screaming it at the Patriots bar, the outside of the Patriots bar too. I was just, I was taking that game in so good. That was amazing.
Yeah. It's funny, man, how dedicated we can be pushing it so you almost miss your damn trip and everything going on. All other obligations get put on hold sometimes.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Yeah,
we know it's
priorities. I love it, man. Well, look, so thank you for being here tonight. As you guys know, Watch UK99 is one of us. He's been here since the beginning. He's always in the chat. He's a part of this. And today he's going to be sitting in the background, kind of helping us figure stuff out while we go through the schedule. And we're going to get into that in just a second. But I wanted to say hello. We'll be talking throughout the night, man. But thank you. And I'll bounce you out now. Cool?
You're welcome. I'll see you later.
All right, buddy. Hold on. So there he is. Watch UK99, our good friend. See, there he is saying hello to the postman. So yeah, man. We're going to get into this tonight. I do want to take a second before we break into the whole schedule and just I want to gauge where you guys are. Like, it's fun to talk all off season, right? It's fun to talk and we get excited and we look at this guy and we look at that guy. But here we are. It's Thursday. We have a game in just a couple of days now. Are we still optimistic? Are we still okay? Why don't we tell me in the chat, what's the number one thing you're excited for and the number one thing that you might have a little anxiety over, maybe you're afraid of. So why don't you guys tell me, what is it? What's number one that you want to tell me that you're the most psyched to see this, and then the thing that you think it's giving you the most stress? What is it? Just one example of each. Let me know. And look, Liam Riordan is saying, I want 6-10 and a Justin Herbert season from Zach Wilson. That's all Liam wants. Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? Right, Liam? I just want 6-10. I just want to beat Sam Darnold to be one of those 6 games, right? That's it. I just want Zach Wilson to look great. I want our cornerbacks to start settling in, right? I'm with you. So Mark R is saying to smack around Sam is number one. That's what he's most excited for. And our corners are the thing keeping him up at night. That's interesting. So Sneakers to Boot says he wants to see Salah leading our team. That's interesting. I'm really psyched. Did you guys hear Ulbricht's press conference today? I think it was today, or might have been yesterday. Forgive me. But man, he was talking about Shaq Lawson and how he said he's going to come in. He said our defensive line schematics are such that he is going to be a violent edge rusher for us from beginning to end. From the word go, he's going to be violent was the word he used. Oh, I can't take it. So Mr. Boy Green himself says, cornerbacks, I'm scared shitless. I'll tell you, Paul has used words to describe our cornerbacks that sound like the word sucks. He has said that to describe our cornerbacks. That's the word our cornerbacks suck. So I happen to know that Paul is in fact not lying. He is anxious. He's nervous about our cornerbacks. Did you hear today that they're talking about using a cornerback by committee? By committee. Have you ever heard of such madness? This is what we're talking about. You've heard of running back by committee. You've heard of defensive line depth, rotations. I don't know how many times we hear about cornerback by committee. I don't know if I've heard that one, Paul. I don't know. So Big Green has a good one. He says, I'm most psyched about AVT. I have to agree. I'm right with you there. And I'm dying to see Becton and AVT together. Dude, if they are half of what their potential is this week, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. Running up that left side, ball control, watching them push the defensive lineman around, smack them around, show them who's boss. Zach has all the time in the world. Oh, my God, I'm so psyched. That's a good one. So Wat2K chimes in. He says, anxiety pass coverage. He's exhausted. This is a theme. I'm picking up a vibe here tonight, guys. Excited for a coach who is actually engaged during the game. Oh, my God. Is it too much to ask to have your coach be into it? The last 6 years, we've had this on the sideline. That's it. That's what we have. And Gase even would go sit up by himself like he's sneaking out of the dining room when his wife's family's in town. It's like that's what it looked like. So that's a good one. Jets Forever says, I ain't afraid about shit. Let's go, Captain Zach. I like that, Jets Forever. I'm with it. I'm not afraid of nothing. Jets are going to stomp them. I love it. Let me see. I see Postman. Where'd it go? It's weird. 100 texts just came in at once. Excited for this offseason. We will put points on the board. Worried about all the young players on defense. Yeah, man, it's going to go on and on and on, isn't it? Yeah, right. GreenBean, your audio quality sounds low. Your mic, is that true? Does everybody agree? I'm all set up. I'm good. I'm as good as I get. Anybody else hearing problems with the audio? Let me know. No? What do you think at Y2K?
Nope, you're fine on my end.
Okay, good. Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
What'd you say?
What? All right,
Too
you good?
easy.
All right,
Yeah,
good stuff. All right, there you go. So look, yeah, right. I'm not rooting for you to have a problem, but I have to admit, I hope it's on your end because if it's on my end, I got, it's a whole bigger problem. Let's see. Jeff Otis Brown says, I'm excited to hopefully see a real respectable offense and a real pass rush. Dude, and it just sucks that we lost Carl Lawson, but we do have Shaq Lawson, who in this system, this might be the best system for him yet. So who knows? Let's see. Ayush Shah says, excited to watch that left side of the O-line, and I'm super nervous about our cornerbacks against those wide receivers. Dude, Ayush, it is all about our defensive line getting to Sam. If he has time, I'm going to tell you right now, our cornerbacks, they're not ready for this group of wide receivers. DJ Moore, Terrace Marshall, obviously Robbie Anderson and Christian McCaffrey, and along with Chuba Hubbard. All these guys running around, dude, our cornerback, their day is jam-packed. We got to get to Sam. There's an easy way to take care of those guys. All resources get Sam. All of them. Not some passive bullshit game plan. I like the word violence. Oh, I did Jeff. So Paul says, I want 17-0 and a Super Bowl. Right? That's all. It's funny. Liam says, oh, I want a 6-10. Boy Green says, no, I think I want 17-0. I want it. Wouldn't it be great, though? All jokes aside, wouldn't it be great if we were the one that stopped those Miami Dolphins from having that glass of champagne every year? Wouldn't that be great if it was us? We were Shula's nemesis. Don't forget that. He got us too, but Shula. Jeremy Cravat, what's up, buddy? I am still upset over Lawson. Not kidding. Worst punch of the offseason. Yeah, I hear you. I really do. That was a tough one, guys. That really was a tough one. So, hey, man. What's up, Harry? I see you. Abysmo Charismo from the tropical locale called Australia. Everything's backwards down there. It's like Bizarro World, right? Am I wrong? He says, I want Wilson to be capable and fear our secondary. Oh, my God. It is, dude. I don't think anybody said anything else. Right? And Wat2K99 agrees with Jeremy. Yeah, man. What's up, Gitmo Bob? I see you, buddy. So Mo Lake says we should all be more confident with this new coach. I think we are, but the truth is we don't know. We really don't know, guys. They could go out there and be turds. You know this, right? All right. So, hey, Mitch, I want to thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. I don't see a comment. Oh, there. So I got this. Here it is. Thank you. Keep up the great work, Bean. I do appreciate it. I'm not sure if you guys got a chance to see my newest video. I'm going to be honest with you. There's only 45 of us in here right now. I want to tell you, before everybody gets here, this is the kind of show everybody comes later for some reason. It happens every week. I'm going to tell you guys while we're alone. That was scary for me to do. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's not perfect. I have lots of work to do on all the issues that I see. It's just, but let me tell you, it wasn't easy for me to do that one. It wasn't easy. So hopefully you guys got a chance to see it. Yeah, it's over on my YouTube page right here. It's called Homer versus Hater. So I hope you guys can see it. I played the clip up front. So I'll do a couple more of these. Rusty Spooner says cornerbacks, and I think we'll get 8. But the Hawks will only win 6 games. It's going to happen. We're going to hurt the Panthers all around 100% and get a win. So you're saying the Hawks are only going to win 6 games? Oh, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if they win 6 games and we get a nice top 10, top 11 pick from them? Yeah. It's going to happen. I'm with you, Rusty. What's up, Greg Tarr? Good to see you, buddy. He says, one, he'd like to see establishing the Zach to Davis connection. Good answer. Our crippled edge rushing, letting down the young secondary. It's so important. It's so important. Now, Greg, do you think we have any reason to believe that Shaq Lawson, who has been a solid pro, unspectacular, but he's been a solid pro, do you think that there's any chance, am I blowing smoke up my own rear end to think that Shaq Lawson's going to come in and have a career year? Am I asking too much? It's kind of the theme of tonight. We are asking for too much. Let me know, Greg. What do you think of that? Yeah, right says our cornerbacks are better than last year. You know what? That might actually be the case. I think the only thing is that we really don't know. That's the trick, is we don't know what's going on with our cornerbacks. That is a big question mark. I think that's what's freaking everybody out. Yeah, Boy Green, this is real. This is real. He says cornerback by committee. That's a thing. It is a thing. Suddenly, but think about that. You know how we use different defensive linemen, different defensive sets for different scenarios, first and second down, guys coming on third down, passing downs, all that. What if they're going to do the same thing with the secondary? On running downs, they're playing a different guy. On obvious passing downs, depending on the yardage, they bring in a different guy. Speed. Everybody's fresh constantly. I don't know. We might be onto something. For so many years, guys, I've been asking for the Jets to be on the cutting edge for once. Why can't the Jets ever be the team to create something, to move the NFL in a direction? Maybe this is it. Maybe after this year, everybody's doing cornerback by committee. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. Gitmo Bob, what's up, my friend? I just want Zach Wilson to be competitive with Darnold so we don't have to listen to the crap. I am up for the run game, and that I think is going to be pound the Black Kitties. Oh, the Black Kitties. Yeah, the Panthers. Got it. All right. It took me a second. I was going somewhere else, Bob. I got to admit. I was a little nervous that I said that out loud for a second. So look, man, let me put everything aside. From being a Jets fan, wanting the progress, the evaluation, the new coach, all that shit aside, I need to beat Sam Darnold. As a matter of fact, I need Sam Darnold to look like Sam Darnold. That's what I need. I don't care if he wants to next week, he wants to come and throw for 380. I don't care. This week, he must look like the Sam Darnold we got to see for 85% of his career. That's what I need. I need it. Okay? I need it. Because just like Gitmo Bob said, I can't deal with an entire week of this crap. Every single reporter from California to New York, from Michigan to Mexico, they will all be talking about how stupid the Jets were and how dysfunctional we were because this kid is clearly worth the third overall pick, and the Jets just sucked so bad we couldn't even get him to look like a competent quarterback. You know it's coming. So I need it to be otherwise, guys. I do. I need it. Jeremy Carrat's not a big fan, Paul. He says that cornerback by committee equals we have a big problem. See, Jeremy, I think you read between the lines too much. You're trying to find a story, man. You know what I mean? You're trying too hard. Cornerback by committee is fine. It's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Okay? It's not an issue. Jets Forever says Bryce Hall sucks. That's why it made. No, I don't think they're talking about Bryce Hall, bro. Bryce Hall's a stud. Now, he's never going to be Revis. He's never going to be that, probably. But Bryce Hall is solid. Absolutely solid. I'm telling you, I know the player. They're talking about the other side, where we have 3 5th, 6th round picks. I think we have, let's see. Carter was a 5th. Pinnock was a 6th. Javelin Guidry's an undrafted free agent. Eccles was a 6th, right? Isn't that the way it went? I think that was the way it went. And either way, I'm close. I know I am. Then you got Sherwood and Nasruddin, a 4th and a 6th. And you got Bryce Huff, he's an undrafted free agent. We got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. Liam Riordan says, look, I'm not going to do this, Liam. I love you, but I'm not going to. I want to go the other way. We're talking, but I don't want to dig into the off season. We're going to put that behind us. Okay, buddy? You know what I mean. I love you. I love you. We've broken bread together in more than one place. Nathan's and LMB. Jeesh. We've done things. We've ridden 2 coasters together, buddy. So, Hader Ali, what's up, brother? Hope you and yours are well. My apologies for being late. You're never late, man. You're good. You're early. You're early. But thank you for being here, man. Okay, let me see if there's another Jets mess. What's up, my friend? He says, don't forget to hit the like button. I agree. I will second that emotion. If you're here, please go ahead and hit that like button. And we're going to have a good time, man. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get right into this thing. Pinnock in the red zone, Eccles between the 20s. I just want to clean up a few more of your comments, and then we're going to get into this. We're going to really do it. We're going to dissect our schedule. We've all talked all kinds of stuff all year. Now we know what our team actually is going into this game, and we're going to talk about it. Frankie from Flatbush says Pinnock in the red zone, Eccles between the 20s. There you go. Makes perfect sense, boy Green. Come on, Jeremy. Frankie, you got to rein this Jeremy Cravat in, man. This guy, he's negative Nancy. I will, Jets Mets. I'll say hello. Hey, here's the thing. Here, thank you though. You're just a good dude. You're always checking in. You're always asking. Let me see. So hey, Watsu-K99 checks in with his first stat of the night. He reminds us that Sam had 9 touchdowns last year with 11 interceptions, 59% completion percentage, and a 40.1 quarterback rating. I don't think we should be afraid. Okay, that's the guy. Now, look, clearly he has a better situation, but if we get to him, we know what we're going to be likely to see. That is the job. That's the job. It's key. So last year, that's funny. I know, Nick Hunter, what's up, my friend? He says, I'm nervous and excited at the same time. I hear you. There's actually an NFL game going on right now, too. It's tied at 7, right? Let me see. Last time I looked, it was tied at 7. I don't know if you guys were around during the Jetnation last watch party. I got kicked off, so I got to be real careful about what I show. I can't even let sounds come through. But, all right. So, thanks for playing. Matthias Simon is here. What's up, buddy? It's good to see you. Vervain. Yeah, man. I love you guys. I swear, these names to me, it feels like I've known you my whole life. That's how I feel with you guys. So it is 14-7. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are leading the Dallas Cowboys with 8 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first half, in the second quarter. So that's what's going on. Mike McCarthy versus Bruce Arians. Legends. Shaq Barrett doing stuff. Look at that. So anyway, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Let me see if there's any more down here. Amarella said, let me just get to 3 more comments. Salas said in the past that he thinks corners need to get into a groove, won't subscribe to a committee approach. He said that? When did he say? I don't remember that, John. Oh, go throw it. Okay. So, hey, I think, dude, number one, they could be saying shit just to make people think stuff. We don't know. One thing I can say is this. When I look at my coaches now, the coaches that we have right now, when I look up there and I watch them speaking, you can see their traps, you can see their chest, their arms. Dude, they're all in shape. All of them. Is there any one of them? I mean, Mike LaFleur is kind of a tiny guy, but even he's in shape. Like it's such a different vibe, man. I believe these guys know. They're on it. They're walking the talk, dude. You know what I mean? So Haider Ali says, I believe, parentheses, know that this staff, both coordinators, head coach, and our GM, New Medica, will be innovative. Guaranteed. They all, thanks to Salah, think outside the box. I feel the exact same way. And that being said, Haider, we're going to watch a lot of mistakes. We're going to watch growing pains. You know, you can't put somebody on the field for the first time in the NFL and expect them just to be, elite. Like they're gonna have problems. Remember Revis's first 2 years? I mean, he was good. You could tell he was good, but he wasn't Revis. He wasn't Revis yet. So I think we're gonna see a lot of that. But that all said, I do believe this. I believe we're gonna be innovative. I believe we're gonna be passionate. I believe we're gonna fight, man, and we're gonna know how to play the game. It's like, who said it? Connor McGovern said, Salah doesn't believe X and O's beats people. Or he doesn't believe X's and O's win games. He believes players win games. And that's how I've always thought. And obviously, you need to know, you got to have your X's and O's. You got to have your schematics. You got to have that. But it's like, a guy like Gase or, lots of these guys, they're just like little gurus. They can't communicate anything. I've always felt like that, like football guys, man. Get guys in here who know what the hell they're doing and can get people psyched. All right, so let's see this. Let me see that play. Okay, Dallas is driving. You're right. Wow, 2K99. Okay, let me get one more comment, and then we're opening it up. You got to do a collaboration with Christy. Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll talk about that later, Big Green. I like Chris the Entertainer, actually. I have nothing but respect. So here we go. I guess this is going to be a small one tonight. Who cares, right? Just us. That's what we'll do. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Wait, let me just make sure I got it up the right way. Let's see. Is this a good one? Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen with you. All right, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to pull up the schedule. They missed a field goal, Greg Zuerlein. Did he? I don't know why that tickles me. It does. And I want them to beat. I want Dallas to win this game. Do you know why? You guys know why I want Dallas to win this? Take a guess why. You'll know. I think a lot of you are built the same way. Let me see something here. Let me do this. Let me just do this. I'll just do it this way. Hold on. I'm going to reset this. I want to do something. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys. Let me just get this the right way for you. What the hell happened? Okay, here we go. There we go. I got it. I did it. Y2K99. I know. I hate Dallas too, guys. Don't get me wrong. Harry's like, F Dallas. Don't get me wrong. I hate Dallas. But I rarely root for the Super Bowl champions to win their first game. I hate it. I want them to be knocked down a tick. It's the way I roll, Harry. That's how it goes. That's right. John Holton knows. John Holton knows. Tom and Bowles, right? So, all right, guys, here we go. So here's what we're going to do tonight. This is going to be fun. Like I've said, so many of us throughout this season, the whole off season, from the moment the schedule came out, we all like to do our predictions. I think I predicted 12-5 the first time I said it, right? And that's fun, and that's good. And it's not to say I didn't mean it then, but we didn't even know who the hell our team was at the time. So we're just talking. We're having a good time. We're looking at our schedule. We don't know who's going to do what, who's starting over there, what do they look like, who gets injured. So now we have a pretty good idea. Although people are still getting injured, you see the Ravens running back. He's probably out for the year. So you never know entirely, but we have a pretty good idea of what our team is going to look like and the team that we're playing, what they're going to look like. So now what we want to do is collectively, this is our final one. I'm going to save this one and we're going to compare it the weeks and see how we do. Okay. And this is a nice, we have a tight crew here tonight. I think I know there's no new names or any, it's just us. So this is interesting. So we're going to look at this schedule and we're going to see exactly why it is that we think we're going to win or we're going to lose. Okay, so let's do this. I know we've been talking about this one. Let me see. Is this did it go? Okay, good. So the first game is this. We've been talking about it for a little bit, so we won't spend all that much time on the first one. We want to move on a little bit, but I'm going to do a little count. Who thinks realistically Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson, Christian McCaffrey, Chuba Hubbard, DJ Moore, Terrace Marshall, and the rest are going to beat us? Or who thinks that we can keep up with that offense? because of probably Sam Darnold and that we're going to outplay them. We got Y2K. What'd you say? 30-17? Is that what you said? You say 30-17?
No, I said 30-27.
30-20. That's right. Shootout. That's what it was.
I'm not that
So,
confident.
right. All right. So, hey, Y2K99, you mind if I leave you on here for the remainder? Or are you good with that while you look up stats, or you want to do it from the background? What do you think?
No, you can leave me on if you like.
All right. So, we'll do that. So here's what we got. So I want to know your scores. Give me the score prediction, guys. Tell me who's going to win this opening day week. Is it really the Jets? We're going to try to get a realistic one here. We're going to try to be real. We're going to turn our fan hats around a little bit. It's not to say we have to be haters, but let's take off the homer hat for a minute and let's see. Do we really think we're beating the Panthers? Is that what we think? So Joe Campione says he's a Panthers fan, I think. I know Joe.
Oh,
Joe knows. He's a Panther. So he says 35-17 Panthers. So that's hope for them. Big Green is 21-17, but I know what he's doing. He doesn't have to tell me which team. Liam Riordan says 17-16. Huh? Wow, crazy. John Post says Jets. Liam thinks it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's funny. I actually disagree. I lean more towards what Y2K99 said. I think it's going to be a little bit higher scoring. I hope it is too, Liam. I really do. All right.
yeah,
So who else we got? John.
Yeah, I could keep track of how many are picking Jets, how many are picking the opponents, so I can do that for you.
Awesome. You do that while I make fun of people and stuff like that.
Yeah, you have the fun. I'll work. Good.
All right. Nice. I love it. So Friggle D, see, now this is where it's hard. It's hard, Friggle D. Isn't it hard to be honest with yourself? Now, that's not to say, you can be honest with yourself and still think the Jets are winning. That's where I am. I think the Jets are winning this game. But I'm not quite as confident as I once was. When Carl Lawson and Vinny Curry were part of the rotation, we had Jared Davis next to CJ Mosley instead of the two rooks, all that kind of stuff. So, but Friggle D says, I think Carolina's going to win, man. Hates to say it. Harry says the Jets are going to win.
Yeah, I think the spread, Friggledy said, what's the spread? I think it's 5 or 5.5, Panthers favored.
Yep. I think it's 5.
Right.
It might be 5.5, but I think it's 5. Yeah, they're 5. That's disrespectful. They're I don't know. I don't know how. It's just so funny how for 3 years, let's say 2 years, the last 2 years, the national media completely bashed Sam Darnold. He was the 32nd ranked quarterback. He goes over there, and the first thing they do is make him a 5-point favorite. I mean, hey, it's just funny. You know how important the quarterback is. So what's our tally? What are we looking like? Frankie from Flatbush says Jets 24, Big Cats 21, 51-yard field goal from Amendola as time expires. Joseph Grana thinks that the Panthers are going to win as well. It's tough, 27-25.
Yeah, touchdown Cowboys, by the way.
Touchdown Cowboys. There you go.
Yeah.
So it's
let's see if Zerline can make this kick. Yeah. Well, we got to see if Zerline can make this kick. Man, that last one was sad. That was Sam Ficken. Well, I can't even knock Sam. Doink! No good.
Really?
He doinked it.
Oh, Zerline. They're going to cut him tomorrow.
He's making Curry look like Jan Stenerud.
Right. All right, so Green Dog says 21-17. So what's our conclusion, Y2K99? What do we got? How many said Jets are going to win? I think the Jets
This is pretty much a combination. Yeah, this is pretty dominant. I'm counting Jets 24, Panthers 5. I think that's a win.
There you go. So, guys, as the Thursday thick of it, for the Thursday before the game, before week 1, we are starting 1-0. So that's good. Now we are moving on to the home opener, a game that I will be at with Ryan and O'Leary, and I know I'm going to hang with Jets Media and, Richie from Jets Media and Ali. I know Sack Exchange is going to be there. There's so many people. We're going to be hanging out at Jetnation's tailgate for a while. We're going to be hanging out at Gotham City's tailgate for a while. My hope is to meet 10,000 of you guys. That's what I want to do. So we're going to be there starting 1-0, like we just predicted. It's going to be rabid Jets fans in there. We're going to be an animal house. So let me see. Are we beating the Mac Jones led Patriots, or is all the hype true? And is Mac Jones suddenly the next Tom Brady because he also has a mom bod or dad bod? He also has a dad bod like Tom Brady. He's blonde haired like Tom Brady. So everybody thinks he's going to automatically beat Tom Brady. Are we buying the hype? Is he going to come into MetLife and dominate us? Or are we going to beat Mac Jones in his first time playing the Jets? What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I think this one's going to be a little bit more split, but we'll find out. Yeah, most people are giving scores, but some people don't want to give their score prediction.
Yeah, it's okay. As long as they tell us who they think is going to win, that's okay. That's okay. So while you're counting,
right.
Gitmo Bob chimes in and says, "Tell me we're getting New York Darnold or a reborn Darnold. Tell me if CMC is healthy or dominates." Say, well, I can't tell you. Well, okay, Gitmo Bob. But what I hear right there, Bob, is I don't want to have fun with you tonight. I want to be literal. We're having fun, Bob. Come on, Bob. You know how to have fun. That's it. We're just doing what we do. This is called a prediction. Sometimes you just don't have all the information available to you. You know what I mean? We don't know what C-Mac is. We don't know what CJ Mosley is. We don't know what Shaq Lawson is. We don't know what backs are. We don't know if Sam's going to be able to hit Robbie. We don't know if Pat Elflein can block Quinn and Williams. We don't know. We don't know. But we're going to predict nonetheless, Bob. That's what we're doing. So, okay, who do we got? Who do we got for this one? Are we beating the Patriots? Oh, let's see lots of Jets.
Yeah, this is quite impressive. We got an optimistic fan base, man.
Yes, we do. As we should. As we should. So V-Man chimes in with a super chat. Thank you, my friend. I do appreciate it. Jets 37, Pats 23. Zach 4 touchdowns, 315 yards. Goose egg interceptions.
So beautiful to see Brady throw an interception. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, he just threw a pick?
Oh, it's beautiful. I might have to rewind that one. All right. Yeah, I've got about 17. I got about 17 picks in so far. So, anybody else got a prediction?
So Vervain is coming in with a dose of what he sees as reality. He says Jets lose week 2, get revenge in week 7. I gotta say, I'd rather win week 2, Vervain. I gotta tell you, if I'm picking one, I'm picking week 2 because I'm there. I'd like to win. I want to walk out of that stadium happy. Damn it. So Jeremy Cravat is saying New England Jets are beating New England 42-13. Oh my God, that'd be crazy. We are optimistic. That's incredible. So John Post says the Jets are going to win. So what did you say that how do we do numerically? Are the Jets beating the Pats week 2?
You know, so far from what I'm counting, I'm seeing 15 Jets and only 4 Patriots.
There you
go.
go.
Yeah, let's
vote.
Not
what we expected, is it, Adam? Not what we expected at all.
Not so far. Hey, you know what? If this gives us shades of that first year of Rex, you know, that week 2 against the maybe Salah's going to call up all the season ticket holders too. You never know.
That would be fun. That was a great game. That was one of my favorite games, man. Like I wasn't there, but I remember that, and it was just so energetic. That was like, I mean, the Giant Stadium at the time just seemed so pumped. It seemed like, oh my God, this Mark Sanchez guy might actually be something. Fun times. All right, so we're 2-0, aren't we?
We are. Let's go on to game 3.
All right, so game 3. Let's see this. Greg Tarr says, I fear we have some bad juju karma coming at us from Darnold and Robbie, but I'm burning my sage right now. Good. Thank you, Greg. It's important. We got to smudge this joint. We got to smudge it.
GreenBean, with our luck, the bad karma is going to come from like Frankie Louvu or Justin Burris.
Right. Trenton Cannon. So Liam wants to
Baltimore now. Cannon's gone. Cannon went to the Ravens.
I thought you. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Good.
They need running backs.
Liam Riordan says, I hate to be the voice of reason, but it's Belichick versus a rookie quarterback. So I want to remind you of something, Liam. Do you know that Belichick's entire record against rookie quarterbacks being so positive is when he had Tom Brady at quarterback? So before that, I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying that dominant aspect of Bill Belichick was when he had Tom Brady. We still don't know what Belichick really is. Before Tom Brady, he was going to get fired if he had one more year like he had. Okay, he was going to get fired soon. Then Tom Brady came in and saved everything, and that was when he had Drew Bledsoe, another very good quarterback. Before that, in Cleveland, he had Bernie Kosar and all that. He didn't do well there either. So, not taking anything away from him, but I do just want to remind you that his record against rookie quarterbacks happens to be when Tom Brady was winning the game for him. We don't know what it really would have been like. That's my point there. I know what you mean. Okay. All right. So we have the Jets versus the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos, everybody. So what do we think about the Broncos? Jeremy Corbett jumps right in and says 45. I think Jeremy's drinking. That's what I think. Wow, 2K99. I think Jeremy's hammered.
I got a few names who I think, yeah, boy, I'm seeing beer level and I'm seeing Everclear level.
Yeah. So
This
it's
game's in
funny.
Denver. Yeah, this is a late game in Denver, 4 o'clock game in Denver. I want to point that out. It's the only 4 o'clock game of the season, by the way.
And they made a commitment to Teddy Bridgewater. Is that accurate?
They did, yeah. Bridgewater's their quarterback. I think it's one of those deals they can get out of pretty quickly, though, as I remember. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, they still have Drew Lock there and all that,
Yeah.
but we're going to more than likely be facing Teddy Bridgewater, who could have some little chip on his shoulder for the Jets. I don't know. I don't think that's too big of a deal. But you said it's a 4 o'clock game. This is one of our only 4 o'clock games, or it is our only 4 o'clock game.
The only one. Yeah, there's only, I think it's 3 games that are not 1 o'clock games all season. This one, the London game against Atlanta, and it's Thursday night against the Colts, which I believe it's the Colts that we're playing on a Thursday, as I recall. We got the schedule there. I can't really see it.
Yeah, I can't really read it. Let me see. I'll make it big, but then I can't see
small.
the chat. The Colts
Yeah,
is
it's November 4th. November 4th. So so we have the rest of the games are 1 o'clock.
Right, and we have the London game as well, which is a different time. But other than that, it's all 1 o'clock. It's all
That's
1
right.
o'clock, man.
Well, until
So
the end of the season, when we're in the mix and they start flexing the games to prime time. You know that's happening.
Yeah, right, exactly. When we're 8-0, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
By our accounts over here. So Vervain says the Jets beat the Broncos on the road in a boring, low-score game. Interesting. What do you guys think? Like, let's say hypothetically, what do we think if we really do beat the Carolina Panthers and then beat the Patriots at home? Do you really think riding that wave into Denver that they have a chance to beat us with Teddy Bridgewater? And I mean, they got some nice receivers and their defense is still good, albeit aging. They did get Surtain, right? They got Surtain in the draft. But, I don't know. So let's get our scores. Before we do that, I want to say hello to Aunt Gina, Jets Mess. Here she is. This is the woman I've told you numerous times. I love her to death. This is the person responsible for my Jets fandom. She brought a little tiny boy to a bar to watch the Jets versus the Dolphins in the Mud Bowl, and there it was. It's good to see you, Gene. So, okay, let's see what else we got. Okay. So, a lot of people are saying we lose here. How interesting. How interesting is this? So, what do we got? Do we have a number? What do you guys think? Are we beating Denver? You guys got distracted by the game here. Let me see. Everybody's talking about Tom Brady all of a sudden. Tom Brady zips. It's a commercial, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So he's the GOAT, Matt Simon says, and that's why it's good. That's what I'm talking about. Like when Liam, he brings up a great point, right? He brings up a good point. The point being Belichick against rookie quarterbacks, his record is exceptional. But we can't forget that other piece. We can't. That he had the greatest quarterback of all time playing on the other side. So even when there were plenty of games, rookie quarterbacks played well. They just lost on that last drive, all kinds of stuff. Tom Brady is a whole different thing. I'm really curious to see what Belichick can do. And this whole thing that Mac Jones is going to come in and just suddenly be Brady, dude, I'm not so quick to say that. I'm not so quick. to say that. Yeah, I just want you guys to know, like, I'm rooting for Dallas, but I'm going to tell you right now, they're not winning. It's not happening. It's what I want. That's why it never friggin' happens. So what do we got? Did we have a collection here?
Yep. So what I'm seeing is 11-6. Jets 11 for the Jets and 6 for the Broncos.
All right. So there we go. We have, look, even Greg Tarr, Joe Campione, everybody's on board with this one. So guys, I want to just point out that so far we have the Jets going 3-0. 3-0 with these cornerbacks and everything. You know, I don't know. Just seems, it's interesting. It's just, I'm just saying. So then we go, and are we playing? Well, the Titans are coming to us. The Titans are coming to MetLife to play a 3-0 team, guys, October 3rd. So what do we think?
Ooh.
What are we thinking? And while we while we get our count up, we're going to get our count up. What do you guys really think? Don't forget, we're 3-0. We're at home. Everybody's pumped. The place is packed full of crazy Jets fans. And the Titans are coming to town. They don't have Arthur Smith. They lost Corey Davis, right? So while we're thinking about that.
Got Julio Jones. They got Julio Jones.
They did. That's a good point. That's a good point for the losing Corey Davis piece, isn't it? Now, we don't know. Julio Jones has been injured a lot of late. So who knows what version they're getting, but it's still Julio Jones. So, V-Man, thank you for the super chat. I put Brady's best plays to Ode to Joy and his last pass as a pat to the end by the Doors. Check it out. I don't know what that. Let me see that. I put Brady's best plays.
I love this.
Ode to Joy, and his last pass as a pat to the end by the Doors. Check it out.
Pick 6.
Oh, I got it.
Pick 6 against the Saints.
So where did you do that?
You are a good man.
Yeah. Well, can we see that though? Or is he? Is there a way I can watch that?
35 yards for Derrick Henry on 20 carries. Wow.
So Mark is saying we settle back to earth, Y2K. King Henry runs for over 200 yards. That's what he's thinking. Sneakers to Boot says, no way are we beating Tennessee. JW says, I'm going to need to buy more edibles for the game Sunday so I don't have an anxiety attack. Yeah. I get it, man. I get it. Vervain says, Jets beat the Titans in a beatdown. The 3-0 Jets playing the Titans at home. We're going to give them a beatdown. So Eric Craig says, sorry, Jets fanatics, but we lose to the Titans. So where are we? Do we have a count yet?
Gina from what I'm
the Titans.
She actually said we will beat the Titans too. Then she changed the spelling up. So yeah, I caught that.
Got it.
Fantastic. Yeah, but yeah, it just helps when we only result. Yeah, because if some people say the same thing like 2 3, it's going to drive me nuts. I'm seeing Jets 4, Titans 7. So chalk this up as our first L of the season. But 3-1 is not bad.
3-1. We lose our first game. It just so happens to be a game at home. And now we are going to London, where we have a strong fan base out there, Y2K9. I'm telling you, man, we have a strong fan base. I venture to say stronger than the Atlanta Falcons. This might end up being somewhat of a home game for us. That's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting more than 50% of this crowd in the London game against the Atlanta Falcons are Jets fans, and we're going to be pumping them all up for the week prior to that. We're going to get them all psyched. We are playing the Atlanta Falcons in London. What do we think? What do we think of that? Who's thinking the Atlanta Falcons are beating us with all those UK Jets fans screaming their faces off and throwing batteries? You know how they do it out there. Those guys are nuts. So V-Man, thank you. So if you could type V-Man, type in your YouTube channel. I'll make it a link and then I'll put it in there. Type it in. You can still post. I don't know if you can post a link. I might not allow you. But anyway, send it to me on Instagram or something. I'll get it in here. So, who says we're beating the Falcons? Who says we're losing? What do we got? What do we got here? Win one for the Napper. There you go. I'll take it. Dude, win every game for the Napper.
Amen.
So, Big Green, Watch UK99 says, I see us beating the Falcons. We control the ball for most of the game, ground and pound all day. They can't stop it. See, now don't forget, and you can tell me, I don't know how they've replaced Julio Jones, but they did get Kyle Pitts. And Matt Ryan already loves Kyle Pitts. Don't forget, he knows what it's like to have a great tight end over there. He had Tony Gonzalez for a number of years. So Kyle Pitts, I think, is going to be tough to stop. He's going to be tough. You know who's their receivers over there? Do you know?
It's hard for me to do this at the same time when I'm counting up the stats, but I'll take a quick look.
No stress.
It's okay. Yeah.
So Vervain is saying Falcons win. Matty Ice is going to torch our secondary, and turnovers are the nail in the coffin for us in London. Jesus. I don't like that, Vervain.
All right.
I don't like it at all. Bismo Charismo says the Falcons are beating the Jets 31-28, sending the daggers from Australia, man.
Oh yeah. So their second receiver is Russell Gage. Yeah, and behind. So yeah, these aren't the most This isn't the most well-known receiving corps that I've ever seen. So
right. So I'm not afraid of them. I'm going to put my name in the hat here. I'm going to say that the Jets trounced the Atlanta Falcons. That's what I'm going to say. And Jets forever. I love it. He says no team can beat us. They want to be us.
Between Gina and Jets, I don't know who's more positive tonight.
I'm telling you, I'm in. They're getting me pumped. Amazing. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think we could count this as a Jets victory.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And I want to bring it. We don't lose in London. I love it, man. So I saw this comment. I meant to put it up. AC, this is talking about the Titans game, but he says Henry doesn't beat us up with our rush D line. Tannehill and those receivers take our corners to the woodshed. Oh, I thought you were saying something else. I wouldn't have posted that comment, AC. But anyway, I don't know. I'm still not impressed with Ryan Tannehill. I don't know. He looks better than he did in Miami, but I don't know. To me, it's like I'm not seeing a guy that without that running game that impresses me, so like it's Henry, and that's fine if that's their balanced attack. That's great, but I don't see Tannehill as a thing to be afraid of. You stop Henry, in my opinion, you stop the Titans. That's how I see it. But anyway, I get you, AC.
Yeah, Eric Craig has an interesting one. It says disagree. GreenBean. CJ Mosley counters their tight end, referring to Kyle Pitts. Now, do you want CJ Mosley on Kyle Pitts, or would you try a safety like LaMarcus Joyner? I could see making some sense. It's a lot of
you know what? It'll be interesting, and I think you both raise good points. It's going to be really interesting to see how this coaching staff uses all these young guys. Is it going to be a guy like Nasruddin or Sherwood on a guy like Pitts? Is it going to be, like you just said, our safeties? Like maybe Ashton Davis comes back. He's fast. He's got great vertical, all those kinds of things. Is he athletic enough to keep up with Pitts? Is it one of those things where, hey, man, they just go and put a cornerback with safety help over top? He's the guy. You got to stop Ridley. You got to stop Pitts. It's going to be interesting to see, because the truth is we don't know. We don't know what the hell we're bringing out there. All we know is that Quinnen Williams better get 12 sacks this year. That's what we know. Where'd you send it, V-Man? Where'd you send it? I'll get it up there for everybody. We'll figure this out before we're all done. Yeah, Joe Campia, they are beasts. But so what's the count? What'd you get? You said we're beating Atlanta?
Yeah, I got off for a moment to look up the depth chart for you, but yeah, this is definitely a Jets victory. So
okay. So after the Titans come into MetLife and Derrick Henry rushes for 212 yards and 9 touchdowns, we go to London and we scoop up another victory. Guys, I want to just remind you, we are 3-1 right now. 3-1. I'm taking it. I'm totally fine with this.
Yeah, we're 4-1 now. That's game 5.
Oh, 4-1. Right. Thank you. See, it's funny. And it's funny that Jack Oliveri's not here. He busts my balls on the counting thing constantly because I literally can't do it. And you just saw why. I lost it by the number 4. I am already gone. I'm already somewhere else. I just can't do it. I don't know what my problem is. So okay, we are 4-1. Eric Craig brings up good points. JW brings up good points. Now we are at a bye week, and we come back to head. We're heading up to Foxborough, and we're playing the New England Patriots. By this time, Mac Jones has been benched. He is terrible. He's worse than Jared Stidham. So Jared Stidham's playing. You messaged on YouTube. Let me double check. Just trying to figure out. V-Man, thank you for the super chat. And you say messaged me though. I just want to know where. So I'll go find it right now and stick up the link. You know what? If you put the link, I'll play it right now for everybody. We'll play it. We'll take a little break in the middle. We'll play this. We'll play it for everybody. Yeah, Cadoza. Why can't Nasruddin cut tight ends or cover tight ends? Yeah, totally. Absolutely. He's a converted safety into a will linebacker, I believe is where they have him playing. And I bet we're going to see plenty of Nasruddin / maybe Sherwood covering. I think Nasruddin is a little bit more athletic. Correct me wrong. Sherwood's the more sure tackler. But yeah, Nasruddin's cover skills are pretty good. Okay. So, all right. So we are playing the Patriots in Foxborough. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Cadoza, I want to say hello, though. Welcome, buddy. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. Marcus May, interesting. Yeah. So Big Green opens it up and says, the first time in years we sweep the Pats. Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7 is calling for just that, my friends. He's been calling that one for a while. Joseph Grana says 27-17 Jets. Joe Campione says 21-13 Patriots. It's going to be tough to sweep them, isn't it? Jeremy Cravat says 38-13 Jets. By the end of this, Jeremy, we're going to be 17-0 on your board. That's where it's going to be. Rusty Spooner says, damn it, shake my head, 21-17 Pats, FML. Why, Green Bean, do you make me do it? Hey, man, I'll tell you what. It's going to be hard to sweep the Pats. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat the Pats. Let me just make it clear. But if we do win one, it's going to be real hard to sweep them. I got to say, I'd rather beat them at home. So Eric Craig has a good point. Belichick re-schemes the defense after he gets beat week 2 and another Spygate. Yep, that's right. He's going to beat us, but we'll find out later that he cheated the whole time. He had all kinds of little mechanisms running and all kinds of stuff. He could hear our play calls, everything. We're going to hear it. And he's going to go down in infamy. He's going to get fired. What do you think of that? So, okay. Mark Arg, win for the Jets. Bismo, Charismo, Pats. Bismo, what happened? I think you're just trying to be realistic, aren't you? Jetnation, what's up, Jetnation? Good to see you. Mac Jones gets pressured by the D-line into a couple of bad decisions, causes the Jets to win 21-17. We have effectively swept the Pats. All right, how we doing here, though? I'm going to read one more. 5 touchdowns for Zach in this one. I'm telling you. Just want to remind everybody, what we're trying to do here is be realistic. We're trying. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But we're trying. Like I said, I'm going to save this one. And every week, I'm going to remind us of where we were. Hey, man, we might end up being prophetic. That's my hope, is that wherever we say we win or lose, that really happens. I want us to have the best record out of any prediction group in the whole league. That's what I want. All right, what else we got here? Do we have a count yet?
I've got 12 answers so far, and I know we got more people than that. So
yeah, let's get
a few more seconds. Yeah,
get your answers. What's up, Big Joe? How you doing, buddy? No. I'm with you, JW. You're good with me, buddy. I want to see Wood and Ham tackle in a game? I might be cynical, but I'm a Jets fan. Wood and ham. You know what that means, Watch K99?
Wood in
Wood.
hand? What? What? I want to see Wood and Ham. We signed Damian Woody back?
I was
Danny
thinking
Woodhead? What
Woody
happened?
Johnson. I was thinking Woody Johnson.
And
I don't
Ham
know.
tackle game. Hamza Nasruddin, maybe?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's that one.
Who's
Wood?
Wood? Sherwood.
Sherwood, Jamie.
Yeah,
There we go.
we did it.
Next time, say linebackers.
AC, we figured it out. I like it. I like when I feel
Right.
smart. That was good. It was good teamwork, you and I. That was good. See, you opened the door, though. I had no chance without you. You opened the door with the Hamza Nasruddin thing, and then I was like, okay, I went into that corridor and I found Sherwood, but thank you. So, Aunt Gina says, damn Jets, Pats, I want to say Jets because I'm an optimistic Jets fan. Can't go against my team. Jets 27-21. There you go. Thank you, Aunt Gina. I'm with you. She's always I'm telling you, glass half full all day, every day with that lady with the Jets. I'm telling you. And we're like, we haven't won yet, and I'm miserable. And she's like, we're winning. We're gonna beat them this week, Kyle. I'm like, yeah, okay. So Jeff Otis Brown says Jones skips the game to get a massage with Robert Kraft. Jets win in Foxborough. Nice. That'd be funny. Isn't it funny how he just paid it away? That's what he did. It was a big scandal for 10 minutes, and then he just paid it away. Everybody said, no, we're sorry. He wasn't really here. I know, right, Frankie? He says Dallas to sign Jose Borregales from Tampa Bay's practice squad after the game. It's funny. Imagine that, losing to a team and then signing their player. You're like, that's like a double loss. Isn't it? Why isn't my game playing? I don't know what's happening here. It's bullshit. I'm supposed to. Is it on right now? Let me make sure here. All right. So do we have a count on this one? How we doing?
Yeah, I'm not seeing a ton of them. It's actually really close. I'm seeing Jets 6 and Patriots 5. It's that close.
So, anybody want to get their vote in? Anybody who didn't vote want to bet? I mean, want to vote Jets or Pats? How we doing? How we doing?
We got 50 in the chat, so.
We got 50 of you here. We only have about 11 votes. So a lot of you didn't vote. Matthias Simon's talking about kickers. There he goes. Oh, no, he's talking about Dallas and Tampa. Get out of here, Matt. We're doing something, buddy. Help me. Help me out, man. Sanchez had a Super Bowl roster. He did. The first bad game Zach has, Jets fans will be calling. Oh, yeah, you know that. You know that. I'm telling you, the first pick. If you guys didn't see my my little reel that I made the other day, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I'm talking. The first pick, Zach throws, you'll see it. Twitter's going to explode. Jetnation's going to explode. And especially if Sam throws a touchdown first and Zach throws a pick, that's it. Half of Jets fans are going to be losing their minds. It's going to be crazy. All right, so how we doing here? We're going to go ahead and take what we got.
Yep, we got a few more. We got a few more Jet votes. I think that puts it ahead. We sweep New England.
There you go. And for future reference, Jets Forever says, just vote me an automatic W. That's my vote. All right. So now where are we? Are we 5-1 now?
We're 5-1. And ESPN, WFAN, they're giving us all the love. They're like building their egos up. You know, now all the press clippings are coming in. So, yeah, that's going to start coming along.
They're all going to start saying, we knew Zach Wilson had it in him. We knew the whole time from his pro day, we could tell this guy was going to light the league on fire. Robert Saleh, we said how great he was. Up. You know it.
Yeah, we're all shaving our heads all for Robert Saleh. Yeah, we're all going to be doing it.
Yeah, that's right. But it is funny because if this were to come to pass, if we were 5-1 at this point, you know damn well every sports analyst would be saying how great they thought the Jets were all along. That's the way it goes. Okay, so now we got, how do you vote? Daniel Faust, all you do is put it in the chat, like when you just wrote How do we vote? You just write Jets win or lose. That's it. And if you want to put a score in, that's fun too. You can also write any comments you want, but that's all. Yeah, if you guys don't know how to vote, it's not like an official voting thing. I'm not making polls or anything. We're just voting. We're just talking. It's like just conversational. Think about it like this. We're hanging out with our friends. We're having a good time and we're talking shit. That's what we're doing. That's it. Nick Hunter says, I'm a Jet homer. I'll admit it. Yeah, yeah, we all got a little homer in there. Most of us, anyway. Most of us.
If we lose week one, it'd be funny to redo this and see how we're feeling afterwards. Everybody be picking, oh, the Bengals are going to beat us by 45 points.
I know. Well, that's the other side of it. That's the other side of it. So, Big Joe, thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. If you had a question or anything like that, I'll be happy to. Oh, here it is. So he has a question as well. What are your thoughts on the Jets getting their own stadium back in New York? Would you support the idea? Well, here's my thought. I think that ship, as far as getting one in Manhattan or any of that, remember the West Side Stadium and all that? I think that ship has sailed. That real estate has been consumed with all kinds of new high rises and all that kind of stuff. So there's no way that that real estate is going to be able to go to any of that coastline real estate. Anything in Manhattan is not going to a stadium, so that's off the table. I also think that when they talk about like Long Island City or any of that sort of stuff, that's all off the table as well because it's too complex for lots of people to get there. So I think their headquarters is in New Jersey. Obviously, we know that Florham Park. They get significantly like they pay significantly less taxes being in New Jersey as opposed to New York. So there's that. New Jersey's high too, but it's not New York. So I gotta tell you, I think not that they won't get their own stadium at some point, but I don't think it's going to be in New York. I think they've already figured out they can keep the New York name and not be in New York, so they're there. Their headquarters is in New Jersey. I think they're staying in New Jersey, but I am a big fan of them getting their own stadium. I really am, and I think it's terrible that we still share a stadium with the Giants, and then I think it's terrible the fact that we had two very popular money making machine type of teams. Like we're not talking about the Jaguars here. We're talking about the New York Giants and the New York Jets. They combined to make a stadium. It should have been the best stadium in the country. But no, it's sterile, emotionless, and unimpressive. I mean, it's nice enough, but it's unimpressive. So I'm really sad that that's what they chose to do with it. But those are my thoughts. I don't think we're moving to New York. I could be wrong, but that's my thoughts. And I think their headquarters is in New Jersey. That's where they're going to stay. But I hope when the lease is up that they decide, you know what, man, let's give our damn fans something here. Sick of it. I will tell you, though, no matter what happens, it's going to be our tax money that builds it. That much I know. You think the Johnsons are putting it out all themselves and paying for it? It's not happening. It's going to be a big tax thing. But they'll sell us we're getting jobs and everything else. All right, so we are now playing the. Oh, I lost Watsu K99. He'll call back in. I hope. So there you go, Big Joe. I hope that answers your question. So now we're at the Bengals, guys. The Bengals. October 31st. Mark R chimes in and says Jets win on Halloween versus the Halloween colored team that has Macaulay Culkin as quarterback. You know what? That's a good point. He actually does look a little bit like Macaulay Culkin, doesn't he? He really does. So he's saying the Jets win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the rest, T. Higgins, and all those guys. They're going to be coming into MetLife on Halloween. What do you guys think? What's happening with you, Socrates? I see you, Socrates Johnson. What's up, Jet Gang? Look at all these guys. Yeah, man. Vids, or where do you go? I lost it. I lost you, buddy. Blunted Vegas, what's up, my friend? We lost Gitmo Bob. Hope we didn't take that personally before. I was just busting his chops. So if you're still here, Bob, let me know. I'd like you to vote. Have some fun with us. What happened? You all right?
Yeah, I'm back. My tablet decided to be stupid, so yeah, I'm here.
Well, I can relate to that.
Yeah, just shut right down on me. But
AC says move the Jets to CI. What's that? Coney Island? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. It costs like $30 just to drive into Coney Island. It's crazy. Or not to come. I'm thinking Staten Island. I'd love it if they moved it to Coney Island. Wouldn't that be great? I'd pay for that.
concessions would be
So,
awesome.
oh yeah, it'd be so fun, man. Go there, ride the Cyclone, go in, watch the game. When the game's over, go eat some Nathan's and everything else. That'd be great. So we're at Cincinnati, or Cincinnati's at the Jets. What do we think is going to happen? Realistically, are we beating the Bengals? Are they ill prepared? Their offensive line, I can't believe they didn't fix the offensive line for Burrow after his knee injury. It's crazy. Let's see. We
I
will
don't think I've
never
seen
lose with Zach at the
yet.
helm. Go on. What do you say?
I haven't seen one Bengals vote yet.
Not one.
Yeah, I think we can call this one right now. Yeah, let's
This
just
one's a
call it.
win. We are stomping through the NFL, man. Hater
Move
Ali
on.
says, except in these times, there are vids, phones, etc. So those that say Wilson won't be good, like Coward, will be exposed. You know what the saddest part about that is, Hater? Is that nobody cares. Anybody can say whatever they want. The next day, they're proven wrong, and there's no ramifications, no repercussions. Nobody's a liar anymore. What's that word they used a few years ago? They made it up. Alternative facts, I think it was, right? So anybody can say whatever. Colin Coward's whole gig is to say shit, get people upset. When it happens opposite, he'll literally tell you right to your face, nope, I've always thought this way. It's like, no, you
Okay.
haven't. I have it on tape.
All right. Jet Nation is the one holdout who voted Bengals. Okay.
Jet Nation choosing the band. I mean, we gotta have some losses here. No, are we getting to the tough part of our schedule here? J Ruck Entertainment says the spread is down to 4 for this week. Is that accurate? Interesting. That'd be nice. Yeah, kombucha is Frankie, kombucha or kombucha, however you want to say it, is disappointing. Greg Tarr, we slaughter the Bengals. All right, so we beat the Bengals on Halloween, and now we are going to fly away and head to Indianapolis to play the Frank Reich Carson Wentz remarried Colts. What do we think of the Colts? What do you think? We beating the Colts? You with me? I guess not. We did poorly against the Bengals when Dalton was out there. Remember that game? That was the Adam Gase. That was literally we went on a few game winning streak. Adam Gase went into Cincinnati on a hot streak. The 2 previous games we'd scored 34 points each. Remember that? 34 points, 34 points. Donald was on a high. Everybody was psyched. We went in to play the winless Bengals, and we had the worst run defense in the league. All you had to do was run Le'Veon Bell to the outside contact. That's all you had to do, and you would have won. Instead, he ran Le'Veon Bell, 3 times, 4 times, something like that? It was ridiculous. He chose to pass all day, and it sucked, and we lost. That was great. So Mark L says loss versus Indy. Big Joe 71 says Colts suck, Jets win. Matt Simon says the Colts or no Colts win, or no, the Colts win. Frankie says the Colts will slaughter us. Big Green is even saying the Colts are going to beat us. I think he's saying the Colts beat us 7-10. Is that what you're saying? Vibs shop.
That's
Look at all that.
I see that as as 10-7 Colts win. That's
10-7 Colts win. And Frankie likes to remind us the Colts literally have no weak spots. How interesting is that? Except for Carson Wentz. But if he stays healthy, he's a good quarterback. We know that. So what's our record now? Are we 6-2?
Yeah, I think so. Looks like looks like we got a little bit of respect for the Colts. I'd say this is pretty much decided. Looks like 9-5 for Colts on this one. So we're going 6-2 here as we approach the halfway mark of the season.
6-2 at the weird almost halfway point. Now there is no halfway point. So
Exactly.
now
Yes.
yeah. Ant Jet says Michael Pittman will have 2 touchdowns. I love that Michael Pittman, man. The good
Me too.
receiver.
Me too.
I mean, I don't really like him because he's not a Jet. I hate him, but I do like his talent. Let me say it that way. Jetnation brings up a good point, though. He says Wentz is going to be injured again before he even gets a chance to play in the game. Jets 31-21. I
Just
tend to agree with you. I obviously not rooting for that. You know what I mean? You like to see Wentz make it through a season, but it's not likely.
let's double check. Yeah, let's double check this. If just in case Wentz can't play, their backup quarterback is Jacob Eason, one of the greats.
One of the greats of all time, like Tony Eason, his
Tony's
dad.
son? Maybe he's Tony's kid. I don't know.
Maybe he is. Maybe he is.
Yeah, if anybody know, yeah, Jacob Eason, 23, went to Washington, where he's number 9. And I don't think he's ever thrown a pass in his career in the NFL. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you. So let's keep it that the Colts win. I think that's where we were. Now we are going to host the suddenly powerhouse Buffalo Bills. Is Josh Allen going to have another MVP style season, or was that the anomaly? And are we coming back to earth with this guy, an inaccurate quarterback with chokeism? Is he going to land back on on planet Earth, or is he going to stay up there? Did they really do that good of a job building this guy up? What do we think? First time we play Buffalo at home, we winning, we losing. What do you guys got? What do we got? I see you, hater. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, buddy. I am. And I'm telling you, I see it all day too. I'm with you, hater. So Jets, look at this. Wait, why are you saying Texans? What are you talking about? We're on the wrong game. We're 2 games before that, Vibs. So we can move a little quicker. If everybody just votes, we're good. So JW says we lose. Where is it? He says you lose. Big Joe says he hates it, but the Bills are going to beat us. Jeremy Cravat coming and peeling the onion back, saying the Bills beat us. Look at this guy. Even Gina Arena says, unfortunately, the Bills win and we beat them in their stadium. Okay, I'll take that. Lost to the Bills unless CJ Mosley gets his first half blast of 2019 back. Ain't that the truth? Frankie says, Bills 35, Jets 24. See, Matt, why would we do that? We're trying to do something here. We're already past that. We'd have to win. We'd have to lose 9 in a row to get your record. Your record is turds. What do you think of that, Matt? We're trying to see what the group thinks as a group. You know, of course, I have my prediction. It's already different than this, but we're trying to see what the group thinks. So we lost to the Bills. Is that right, Watch UK99?
I think that's a safe bet. I'm seeing, I think, maybe 3 Jets wins, and we're probably close to about 15 or 20 Bills voting for the Bills on that one. So that's a 2-game streak, and now we got a few people calling for Mike White to play quarterback.
That's right. They're calling for Salah's head. Clearly, when we play the good teams, he doesn't know what he's doing, right?
Gase
All those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Right?
Gase, get the smelling salts. We need Gase back. Yeah.
That's right. So, guys, we're on a 2-game skid. Maybe Matt Simon is right. Maybe he is. So let's see. Now we are playing. We are going to the Texans. Where did he go? Vibs jumped right to it. What did he say? He said Jets beat the Texans. Oh, that's what he said. So are we beating the Texans? In my opinion, I think the Texans are going to get the first overall pick unless something crazy happens. There's talk of us trading Crowder to the Texans. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that to him unless it's like a 2nd-round pick. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are we beating the Texans? I think this is an easy one.
If they don't win this game, I mean, come on. That would be sad. And with their staff, I mean, why couldn't we get a 2nd-round pick for Crowder?
That's it, man. Right. That's the thing. It's like when you're dealing with bad teams and desperate teams, sometimes you got to jump on things like that. Like clearly Crowder, I mean, there's a very slim chance that Jamison Crowder is going to be with us in 2022. So even though I'm a fan of keeping
Wait,
him and giving Zach
wait.
Wilson, what's
Greenbean,
that?
timeout. We skipped you skipped the Dolphin game.
Okay, I'll go back. Let me finish my statement
Week
and we'll
11
jump back.
Miami, week 12 Houston. Let's go back to Miami, okay?
Good. All right, let me finish my statement though now about Jamison Crowder. Then we'll do that. Thank you for catching me. You see how I do it. I'll run
The
all
chat
over the
got
place.
it, so good job, guys. You caught that one too.
Dolphins were now okay. Thank you. I see them. Yep. I see you guys. Thanks for reining me in. I'm something's wrong with me, man. I'm really something's wrong. But like when you have an opportunity, so like, look, like I said, I want to keep Jamison Crowder. I do. I want Zach Wilson to have very little chance of his injuries giving him a situation like Sam. So I'd like to have as much depth as possible. But if the Texans are coming up and offering you a second round pick or like a third and a fifth, something crazy like that, do you have to take it? It's like the guy's not going to be here next year. Why wouldn't I just take it? You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Being opportunistic, I think, is very important when you're building a team. That's my thought. All right, so let's go back to the Dolphins. Now, let's remind us we were on a 2-game skid. We lost to the Colts, we lost to the Bills, and now we're playing the Miami Dolphins at home. At home. What do they say? Let's see what they're saying. The Dolphins, yeah, Mark had me. I see you guys. I see you. My bad. Eric, Miami, hello. You know what's interesting? I'm going to be in Miami when we play the next when we play down there. I might be able to get in there. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, Woody in Connecticut does. He goes beat the Dolphins, then beat the Texans. All right. So what do you guys think about the Dolphins? My bad. Let's go back and just what are we saying? Vib Shop says we beat the Dolphins. Big Joe says we beat Miami at home. JW saying 51-6. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not?
Oh, now
You
he
guys are
changed it to
funny, man.
17-13. Yeah. Jeremy's giving us multiple scores.
Yeah, he don't care. I'm telling you, he's hammered.
Yeah.
He's
First Miami game, then the second Miami game. So the second one apparently is going to be competitive.
there you go. I see what he's doing. There's logic in there. It's in there. All right. So JW says let's kill him. Joe Campione says Dolphins and Bills both sweeping the Jets. Maybe. I don't think so. I think what did the Dolphins do that makes you think their 10-6 record last year is going to be improved upon this year? I mean, I'm just asking that generally. It's like, I don't know, man. Don't forget, Tua last year was benched after they gave him the starting job from Fitzpatrick. They had to bench him again. And now the team didn't even vote him in as a captain. He's not a rookie. He's a second-year player, man. He was there all year. They didn't even vote. I don't know, man. It doesn't. And there's all kinds of talk about Deshaun Watson. I don't like their offensive line. So anyway, they had a good year, but I don't know. I'm not convinced with the Dolphins either. And I'm a Jets fan, so I hate them. But there's that. But I'm just being real. So how we doing? Frankie says Jets 21, Fish 10. Laces out. That's right, Mark. Laces out. Finkel and Einhorn.
That's Greg Zerline's problem tonight. The laces are in every time.
Maybe how many did he miss? He missed a field goal and an extra point or another one?
I think he missed 2 field goals. One was from 60. I remember seeing those 2 field goals. Might have been more, but yeah, I won't kill him for a 60-yarder. Oh yeah, he missed an extra point, I think, in 2 field goals. So
dude, look at this. Look at this.
I may
it's
have
the third. Well, listen, watch again. It's the third quarter. Prescott has already thrown 39 passes. What is that, dude?
Oh. Yeah, Frankie, you're right.
Did he catch that? Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. 39 passes already in the third quarter. Only 5 minutes into the third quarter.
And Dallas is driving up. Okay.
I'm with Rusty Spooner. Dolphins suck. Yeah, Waddle's good, but here's the thing. And again, I want you to know, whenever I say stuff like this, I am literally never rooting for injury. And I mean that. I would always rather every team be at 100% full strength. Always. That said, I am not convinced that Waddle can make it through the season. Let's see. but I'm not convinced. I wouldn't have taken me personally. I wouldn't have taken him that high, and I love him as like his talent. But so we beating the Dolphins, Y2K99, or are they beating us? What are these? I think
Actually, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you see a little bit of? I just thought of this. A little bit of similarity with the Carolina offense and the Miami offense. Kind of an young, uncertain, unproven quarterback. A lot of weapons. Very questionable offensive lines. Like the one difference between them is the Panthers have Christian McCaffrey.
that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I might, honest to God, I just don't know where to place Tua Tagovailoa in my mind. I just don't know where to place him. I don't. Like, I have no idea what this guy is. Is he going to be great? Is he going to be a complete bust? I mean, I just don't know. So I think that's the X factor. But yeah, you raise a good point. I think they're very, very similar as far as what they look like right now with their strengths and weaknesses. Eric Craig says we beat Miami in November in the cold New York. They bench Tua and make a trade with Houston. Then Houston gets beat with their backup. There you go. I'll take it. Bismo Charismo has been pretty steadily telling us. I think he's got like a 5-12 mindset going on, 6-11, right? Something like that. I think. I don't recall him saying that we're going to beat anybody yet. I might have missed it. But so what do we look like here?
Oh, well, the Jets are winning, and here comes Greg Zuerlein again for another field goal. I'm sorry, this is starting to get amusing.
Yeah, let's watch this.
Okay, thank God he made a kick. Okay, there's 3 fantasy points. Yeah, he made 21-yarder. Praise God. Yep, so that's a win. We have broken the losing streak. We're 7-3, and bring on Houston. Bring on Houston.
I tell you what, Matt Simon might be right. He might be right. He was saying 7-10. Let's see if we go on a big losing streak. Well, so okay. All right. So now we play the Texans. We already did this one. We beat them. So now we're 8-2.
8-3.
8-3. Okay.
Yeah, that was 3. Yeah, we're giving the losses to Tennessee, Buffalo, and I think we said we were losing to the Colts, right?
Yeah, we lost to the Colts. We lost to Buffalo, and who else?
Tennessee at the beginning.
Tennessee. There it is.
Colts. Yeah, those are the 3 losses so far.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the Eagles. Ooh, Jalen Hurts. Another contender for the Deshaun Watson Golden Nugget. What do you think? So, guys, are we beating the Eagles? What do you think?
For the first time in history, for the first time, can the Jets finally beat the Eagles?
We have never beaten the Philadelphia Eagles as a franchise. That's just not
true.
Right.
It is absolutely true.
That's just not right, though. I can't believe it. So Jeremy Cravat chimes in and says 51-6 over the Texans. Right, so that's that. Let me get the Eagles. What do we got, guys? We beating the Eagles for the first time ever?
Yeah, just to give you a record.
What you're doing
this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah, we are 0-11 against the Eagles lifetime, going back to 1973.
Isn't that beautiful?
Amazing.
I know, Big Green, but you lost, buddy. That's all. We saw it. You said, hey, I voted for Texans. Mm-hmm. That's all right. I hear you. You weren't alone. There was a couple of you. There was. Sala beats the curse. Eric Craig. Look at that.
1, 6, 1, 7. Wow. This one's unanimous so far.
Unanimous. Look at this. We win, know them from Team Pride, and they stink. There you go. That's right. That's right. We know them. We know the Eagles well. We're going to beat them. I love it. Okay. Oh. So we are now 9-3, guys. This is what we're doing here. Oh, AC says no. And Big Green, too, says the curse. There we go. Look. They're rooting for the Eagles. That's right. Woody in Connecticut says beating the Eagles is the first of many firsts for this team. I have to agree. I think we're going to see the beginnings of the change this year. It's not all going to happen. We're not going to just wipe the slate clean, but we're going to start to see chipping away at these types of things, these records. We never beat the Eagles, all that kind. I think it's going to start. We're going to start to see this change.
Oh yeah, this is the Christopher Moran first game he ever went to was the '93 game against the Eagles. They were up 21-0. Boomer threw the late interception. That was the 95-yard pick six to I believe it was Eric Allen. Eric
Yep.
Allen returned it late, and that's what clinched the game for
Yeah, I was
Philadelphia.
there. I was at that game.
And you know who caught three? Well, then I guess you know who caught 3 touchdowns in that game. You remember?
No, I don't remember it like that.
I
I remember
wouldn't
the
know.
Eric Allen thing, though.
I wouldn't know. Johnny Mitchell had 3 touchdowns in that game.
Is
Can you
that the
believe
game?
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny Mitchell. He had a
I didn't
couple
know he
of
had
good games.
touchdowns in his life. How about that?
Johnny Mitchell was much better than he ended up being. Like talent wise, he was really impressive. But the problem was his attitude, like upstairs. Remember that
Mhm.
he like retired early, then he came back, then he quit again on Parcells and weird stuff. Poor guy, because he had so much talent, man, so much talent. That was the year. That was the guy we took. The Giants took Derek Brown, a tight end. I believe he was from Notre Dame. And then with the next pick, we picked the tight end. So there were two consecutive tight ends. And in my opinion, Johnny Mitchell was more talented, but didn't do much. Johnny Mitchell, right, Chris? There it is. Franz says 9-3 after 12 games with the bottom three roster in the NFL. This is retarded. Good night. Okay. Hey, man, I'm bringing it up. Why are you, I don't understand. Franz, answer me a question. There's a few of you getting like genuinely upset by this. Like, what is it? Why is everybody so upset? You get a vote. Everybody's getting a vote. That's all it is. This is so we can talk about it later and go look what you guys thought. That's all. Franz, tell me, why are you upset about this? Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, help me. I hate all teams in sports from Philly. Trey Rich, I feel the same. But my thing is I hate all teams from in the entire NFL. I hate them all. I hate every team. I like different. I think players are talented. They're fun to watch. But when it comes down to it, man, that's it, right, Woody? It's like I don't know. There's quite a few people have like said their piece and bailed. Like basically like go screw. You're dumb. I don't get it. I'm like okay, I mean you don't have to participate. That's fine. But I wish Franz. I wish he would tell me like what is it that's so upsetting. We're giving it to the chat. Everybody's voting, and then we're picking it. What's the difference? Good vibes, right? This is easy. Let's see. So anyway, Franz. All right, so what are we 10-3 now? Is that where we are?
I believe that's 9-3.
9-3. Okay. So now we're gonna play the Saints, and the Saints are coming up. The Saints are gonna have what's his name? Jameis Winston playing quarterback, it looks like. You know what I mean?
The Demario Davis revenge game.
The Demario Day. Yeah, that guy. Remember, we had him twice. Aren't we smart? Aren't we the smartest? We're the smartest organization in the world.
Avery came along after he left. Who was a good player, but who knew Davis would turn into this?
Right. He was always good, but I remember people calling him a jag, like telling this guy's nothing. He sucks. And I always knew he was good. Honestly, I didn't know that he'd be an all-pro. That was tough to see. But I did want them to re-sign him. When we traded for him, got him back from the Browns, when we sent that loser safety that we had.
Calvin
his
Pryor.
name escapes me. Yeah, Pryor. And we got him back. It's just, I mean, he had his best year that year. It was like, why wouldn't you sign him? That doesn't make any sense. And then Mac went out and paid Avery Williamson, but it didn't pay his own guy. It's just weird. We have such a weird history, don't we?
It's not a pretty one, but it's never boring. It's rarely boring.
Oh, it's boring for me, dude. It's just like that stuff over and over. It's just like, it's like the stupidity over and over and over. It's like it's never comes out. That's why I'm so happy with the guys that we have. It's not that I think we're going to be perfect. And I mean, it's already not perfect, but I don't think that's what we're expecting. But the fact that we have intelligence in the room, we have intelligence. There you are, Franz. I'm glad you didn't leave. Well, we're trying. It's funny. I announced it in the beginning. I said, let's try to be realistic. But I think what's happening is just like, hey, man, you know, people are positive. So I don't know. I thought it was going to be a little bit more split down the middle, if I'm being honest. I did. But it is what it is. That's why I give it to you guys. I'm not even voting. I only voted for the one. Which game did I vote for? I forget. Something like that. Some game. I don't remember. Anyway, I hope you hang out. You're a good dude.
Hang around, friends. Hang around, or Franz.
Yeah, Franz is good. He's here all the time. I know I haven't seen Gitmo Bob since I think Matthias Simon left. Matt'll be back. He's my buddy. I've known him for years. If he already left. He just said it's 7-10. Goodbye. So, all right. And it sucks to watch the Tom Brady winning game. I mean, at least I hope that look, I'm so rooting for the Cowboys, man. I'm so rooting for the Cowboys. And look, Jets Forever says this is realistic. We're that good. I'm in. Why not? Why not? All right. So are we losing to the Saints? Did they vote? Gina says the Jets are beating the Saints.
Jets are slightly ahead, but we don't have a whole lot of votes in right now. Right now I'm seeing, I think it's like 5-3. I think if there's one team that could be really tough to get put a finger on, is probably the Saints, now that they don't have Drew Brees. Like, what is this team going to be without him? Especially coming to the Northeast in December, playing outdoors. But how are we going to? Can we handle Alvin Kamara? Good question. It's not going to be easy.
That's it, and that's not going to be easy. Vervain brings up a very good point, Watu K99, and I want everybody to pay attention to this. I just said I'm rooting for Dallas, and no sooner did Dak Prescott throw a pick.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play, at least. But that's how it is with me. That's how it is. It's like when Matt O'Leary said, against his better judgment. Matt O'Leary said, against my better judgment, I believe in jinx. I wouldn't normally get a new player's jersey, but he went out and bought a Carl Lawson and an Elijah Moore and an AVT, I think it was. Maybe it was Wilson. Two of those guys were hurt, one for the year. As soon as I'm telling you, it was like two or 3 days later. As soon as he bought it and showed everybody the Carl Lawson, he was injured. And everybody's like, Matt, what happened? So that's how it is, man. I got a finger on the pulse of the negative. You know what I mean? Like if the old saying, what is it? If nothing would go wrong, I don't know how the saying goes. I forget. Maybe Frankie knows.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
There it is. Maybe you know. Anything that can go wrong. Yeah, it's Murphy's Law, right?
Murphy's Law. I've seen some bars called Murphy's Law.
Yeah, totally. My friend, her brother was in the band Murphy's Law. He was a drummer. Dougie Beans was his name. But I used to have a big Murphy's Law poster hanging in my office. I would meet with all these, these addicted folks and mentally ill, different mental issues. And they'd come in, and the first thing they'd see is Murphy's Law. All the little, anything that can go wrong with all the examples. It was fun. But, okay, so how we looking?
This is going to be a
Bob. I'm sorry, Watu K. There he is.
That's okay.
That's okay. I'm glad you're still here, though, Gitmo Bob. You don't have to make the prediction. You see what we're doing. This is crazy town anyway. There's Gitmo Bob. I'm glad you're still here, my friend.
Yeah. This one's going to be a loss.
The Saints, huh? We lose to the Saints.
Yeah. People got a lot of respect for the Saints. And
it's crazy. I think that might be just some residual. Like you said, we don't know. And Jameis Winston, as talented as he is, you can't take away his talent. But he's got that, he's got that loseritis thing going on. What do you have? 33 touchdowns, 33 picks, something crazy like that?
You got it.
I know. AC says, Bean, if you root against the Jets, we might win. I know. I've tried. I root against them and they lose. It's crazy. I don't know. So, okay, now we're going to Miami. I think I'm going to be at this game down in Florida, December 18th or 19th. We don't know. We already beat them at home. Now, what do you guys think? We sweeping the Dolphins? Joe Campione says they're sweeping us. Big Green says they're sweeping us, I think. Lots of guys. What do you guys think? All right, Greg Tars. I'm not even reading this first. He says, I think I've got this figured out. Greenbean, you have to bet against the Jets for 17 straight weeks. We go undefeated. Okay. Hey, here's what I need. I need to start a GoFundMe. And you guys donate the money so we can bet. And then I have to have somebody actually bet, because as soon as I make one bet, I'm off to the races. I'll be at a casino for 9 straight days. But I think you're onto something, Greg. We got it. Sean Payton. That's a good point. That's a good point. They still got Sean Payton. So how are we looking against Miami Dolphins down in Miami? Lose because GreenBean goes. The last time I went to a Jets Miami game was Rex Ryan's last game as a coach. And that was the game that Geno Smith had a perfect passer rating. Remember that? He had like the best day of his career. And all I wanted to do was lose that day. I wanted so badly to lose for a draft pick. And I got to meet Rex. I was on the field. Let me see if I can show you the picture. I think I got it. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on a second. Here, watch this. There we go. Here's the picture of that game when I met Rex Ryan. See that? Did I show you guys this before? I think I did. That's me shaking Rex's hand. That's my wife, my little son wearing this very hat. That was when I gave it to him. I took it back after that. And my daughter's in there too, but the CBS. So this was actually on TV. Somebody captured it and sent it to me. Like, holy shit, I just saw you on TV meeting Rex. But there I am, wearing my Gastineau jersey. See that? See that, guys? And then there's this version of me. We got that guy. See that? That's me taking pictures. That was my Christmas card this year as Cousin Eddie. There you go. See my whole family? This is our Christmas card. There you go. Sexy beast. All right. So back to the schedule. Are we beating Miami Watsu K99 or are they beating us?
I think this is too early to call. We may have to go to a recount.
Interesting.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of votes yet, so let's vote, guys.
Yeah, I think they're losing interest, Watsu K99. They just want to. Yeah, let's make it quick then. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. Crazy Eddie, that's right. Shitter's full. That's exactly right. It's funny. I'm at somebody's house right now. Some friends of ours are letting us hang out here, and I don't know if you guys know this, but every house has it's called a clean out, right, for your plumbing. So I hook up my black tanks to that, and he came out and I was doing it. He goes, "Shitter's full." I said, "Yeah, shitter's full." That's what happens. So Rusty Spooner says win. Jeff Otis Brown says tight, but it's a loss. Bismo says Dolphins 20. Bismo's no fun tonight, Bismo. You're so much fun usually. I'm going to ask Bismo, what is just you alone, what is your overall record? What do you got for us? And then tell me if you're working right now. Usually he's working. He sneaks us in. He's a dedicated guy. So, Bismo, what's your overall season record just for you? Dolphins lose again. Tua is a bust. There you go, Trey. I like that. Trey Rich. What did Rex say to me, Sylv? Well, interestingly, so we were on the field while the Jets were practicing, right? You see, I had the field pass and everything. So the kid next to me was a Jets fan. They were all Miami fans except for my little group and this guy next to me. He had like 2 people with him. He was probably 18, 20 years old. And he had a big sign. He was holding a sign over his head like this. It said, "Thank you, Rex." So he was just holding it. "Thank you, Rex. Thank you, Rex." So out of nowhere, Rex ran over. Like right as they were going back in the tunnel, Rex ran over with the cameras behind him. And he shook that guy's hand and said, "I appreciate it, man." And then I said to Rex, I was there. He shook my hand. I said, "Hey, man, just know we love you." And he said, "I appreciate it." That's what he said. And then he looked at my wife. Sweet. And then he was staring at my wife's toes. I'm telling you. Can you believe our history? Dude, that was real. That really happened. Oh my God. So Eric Craig says we're splitting it. So that's what he said. He said, I appreciate it, but I had to give you the context. He didn't just walk over and go, I appreciate it. I said, we love you, Rex. So, all right. How we doing, Watu K99?
Well, right now we've got Jets 8, Dolphins 6.
There we go. We win. We are now, what is it? Are we 11-4?
We are 10-4. We just hit double-digit victories.
10-4, my friends. This is what we're doing.
3 games left.
What we're doing. Where's Bismo? Did he chime in yet? Okay, so now we got the Jaguars. Ooh, what do we think? What do we think? Are we going to beat the Jaguars? Do the Jaguars have a nice record by now? Is that what they're doing? Are they 7-8 wins? What do you think?
I mean, that's not exactly a great division. I mean, they could get a few wins just from that division alone, but I don't know. They got what is Urban Meyer in the NFL? I don't have a whole lot of hopes for him.
Nah, me neither, man. He's already made a couple big mistakes. What's that going?
No, I'm just very. I think everyone's talking so much about Trevor Lawrence that it's like I couldn't even tell you anything about their defense anymore.
I know they got rid of everybody. They had a really nice team brewing down there. They really did. Remember Saxonville?
Yeah, Doug
Josh
Marone.
Allen is still there. Yeah, Doug Marone. So Liam says it's nice. He goes, I'm glad Rex's last memories as a Jet were with you, Greenbean. That's nice to say, Liam. And it was a win. He got to win on his way out. And then he beat us next year. Ugh. The worst. Gina says Jag lose. Big Green says loss, win. He's just done. He's done. 1917 Jets. We beat the Jags. Jeremy Urban equals turd. Jags are going to be punched in the face. And I tend to agree. I don't think the Jags are beating us. I really don't. So what do we got? What's our number?
That's a victory. Yeah, that's that looks like 4-1. Yeah, Jets on top. Yeah, let's just call it for the Jets. 5-1, 6-1. Yeah, Jets win. 11-4.
Nice.
Let's go.
There you go.
Maybe that clinches. Maybe that clinches a playoff spot. That could be the one.
Right, we're playing for home field advantage from here on out. Then we play the Bucks. Do we have to do that one? The Bucks are beating us, right?
I hate doing that.
I know. Let's see what everybody says. Are the Bucks beating us? Everybody vote on the Bucks game. Are we beating the Bucks? Or are they beating us? And I'm going to read Bismo's answer to the question I posed to him. Bismo says 7 wins, 10 losses, but we are competitive and Zach is a good one. I look after my kids on Fridays while my wife works. I tell her it's harder than going to work. Yeah. And she don't know you're hanging with us. But that's the truth, man. Don't let anybody fool you that hanging out with the young kids is somehow not a full-time gig. It's stressful. It's exhausting. But at the end of the day, it's the best. It just is. Spending time with your kids is the best. I just spent a couple hours with my son. Took him to football practice. We listened to metal on the way there. We talked about he was learning how to beat and stretch out and string out a play from the defense, on the end, stringing out the play. And then when he flipped over as a tight end, he was learning how to block and push the guy, kind of open the hole. But it was great. So we were talking about all kinds of blocking techniques and all that shit on the way home. It's the best, man. I love hanging with my kids. I think it's the best. Good for you, Bismo. Bucks win. F. Brady. The best.
Amen. Bismo picked the Jets win. Wow.
Bismo said Jets beat the Bucks, though. See,
he
turns it around, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Okay, I think we could call this one. Yeah, it's like 9-4. Yeah, 9-4 Tampa, 10-4 Tampa. Yeah, as long as Brady gets sacked 5 or 6 times, you know what? I can almost handle it.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, so that takes us to 11-5 before the grand finale.
All right, here we go.
Now, Highmark Stadium is the home of the Buffalo Bills.
So Highmark Stadium, I tried to get a tour of them. I wanted them to let me in. They didn't even answer me. because I wrote them from all my Jet stuff. I said I want to do a tour and kind of talk to everybody about a rival stadium and everything, and they were like, nope, didn't even get back to me. Isn't that jerks? That's why I hate them. So now, Y2K99, tell us our record going into the last week of the season and what we're
11
looking
and
at
5.
here.
11 and
We are
5.
11-5. So we're going into Buffalo. If we're 11-5, we're playing for something at this point. Most likely, the Bills will probably be somewhere in the same neighborhood, 12 wins, 10 wins, whatever it is. So we're going to be playing. This is going to be a tough game. And we are up at Rich Stadium, or whatever you just called it, Highmark.
New Era Field, War Memorial
Yeah.
Stadium. That's what they got now.
I know, Buffalo in January. That's a good point, Gitmo Bob.
You know what my question on this game? Is Buffalo playing for anything at this point, or do they have their spot in the playoffs clinched, like their respective seeds? Maybe they bench Josh Allen. You never know.
Maybe. I mean, look, dude, but I don't think they have the division clinched. If we're at 11 wins playing Buffalo, it's going to be hard to. I mean, what do they got to have at least 13 in order to clinch it, or 12, and they have to have some sort of strength of schedule thing. But we would have head to head. I don't know if they can. They would have to have at least 13 wins to clinch if this was real for us.
Yeah, we had Buffalo winning the first game against us, so. Yeah, they would have the head-to-head. Yeah, so we can't win the head-to-head against them.
Interesting. All right, guys. So what do we think? We beaten the Buffalo Bills. However it slices, we're 11-5 playing Buffalo. What do we got?
All right, let's check it out.
Look at Prescott with that touchdown, huh? Great.
Mike,
that was good.
That was beautiful.
Bismo says 31-21. Frankie says Bills 24, Jets 21. AC reminds us, like Gitmo Bob said, going to be snowy and cold. It's going to be a fucking awesome game. Greg's funny. Greg, thank you for the super chat, my friend. He says, here's a Finsky to put on the Panthers. He's trying to get that theory of his going. He wants me to bet on every Jets game, so therefore we actually win. You know what? I might just do that. But I can't do it through FanDuel because they just turned me. They just told me they didn't want to work with me. Isn't that funny? Why wouldn't they want to work with me? Why do they do that? Isn't that fucked up? So I'll do it through somebody. I'll let you know, Greg, if I do that. But thank you nonetheless. I do appreciate it. Okay. Dallas ain't dead yet.
Yeah, who's that new company the Jets got a partnership with, like a sports booking company, like Fubo, something like that?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
They just lost a partnership with like a sports booking agency. Like they're the only team in the NFL to have it. So maybe you should jump on that one.
Maybe. There you go. I'm gonna look into that. I got a few different offers, but I don't know. None of them have felt good for me yet. I got one that was just like, I don't know. I didn't want to promote them to you guys. Like, I got to make sure if I say, like, hey, guys, check this out, that it's something that'll benefit you guys. I don't want you to all find out you all do it and then you all lose thousands of dollars or so. I don't want to do that to you guys. You know? So, betting is for degenerates, he says. I know, no betting at GreenBean. That's funny. Okay, so what do we got?
Right now we're at a heat. We're at a dead tie, 4-4.
4-4. Nobody, come on, we got 50 of you in here. Vote. We beaten Buffalo. Just say win or loss. That's it. And this is over. And then we'll count it up and we're good. This was 2 hours. It's crazy. Looks like the Jets win 12 games again. Exactly. That's what we did last time, right, Bob? When we did it like, I don't know, a couple weeks after the schedule came out. That's what we came up with. Something like that.
Oh, man. We just got a flurry of votes and we're still tied. Oops. Okay. Lost
look at that. Look at that.
Man, oh, man. Oh, man, I don't want to call it. Yeah, it just hit 11 o'clock. All right, we just hit 11. And I got a few L's coming in here.
I see him. I see him coming in. Al Lewis says win. Aunt Jet says loss. Oh, I like that, Franz, sorry. He says Jets win, clinch a bye, and then roll right to the Super Bowl. Dude, I'm telling you, if we get in the playoffs, I love that. All bets are off, man. We get in the
So that
playoffs.
means so that
It's
means
on.
we would 12 wins and would beat out Kansas City, Buffalo, everybody else for the one bye in the AFC.
That's it.
Okay,
That's
just
right.
making sure that's going to
right.
happen. Okay.
Right. That's what we're cooking.
Maybe I should
All right,
drink a
Cody.
little.
Yeah, I hear you. Aunt Gina says it's past her bedtime. She got in late because she had commitments tonight. Well, thanks for being here, Aunt Gina. I love you to death, as you know, and I'll see you next time, man. Everybody say goodnight to Aunt Gina. The reason Bean is here. That's what's up.
Right.
Sleep well, Aunt Gina. All right, so did we win or we lost this one?
We lost this one. So, yeah, we finished on a 2-game losing streak, but we finished 11-6. So, nothing to complain about with 11-6. And got to figure at the very, very least, if that doesn't, that should clinch a wild card spot. 11. If we don't make the playoffs with 11 wins, man, I wonder how we're going to feel at the end of the season.
Oh, I said, dude. So guys. Here's what we did. Right. I wonder how we would feel being 11-6. Let me change the brand real quick. Hold on. 11-6, but ending the season on a 2-game stretch. You know how many Jets fans would be saying we could have had 13 wins and a bye. You know what I mean? It would still be Jetsy. If we got to 11 wins and then lost the final 2, even though it's the Super Bowl champ Bucks and the Bills, it would still be a train wreck. But I'm with you. I would be happy as a pig and shit. I would. So you guys happy with 11-6? Still a winning season, NPC.
Absolutely.
11-6. Let me do this here. I'm gonna make a nice banner for you guys. Jets record officially 11-6. What do you guys think of that?
Looks beautiful.
There it is.
Beautiful.
Like it? See that? That's how it goes. Do this, make it bigger. We could do bubbly. Which way's best? I'll do bubbly. There it is. So there you go, guys. What do you guys think of what we did tonight? We did it, man. We made it. So that's our official Thursday Thick of It record prediction. Gitmo Bob, you'll be happy to know we did get a little bit more realistic than the 12-5 we had last time. Okay, we got a little more realistic. So we are 11-6. The Seahawks, like Jeff Otis Brown just said, go with 3-14. The Panthers are going to go and they're going to win 6 games. So Sam Darnold's second round pick that we got for him is also going to be nice and juicy. We get the Seattle first, the Panthers second and fourth. All is well in Jets land. So what do you think of that? See, it's good. I'm happy with it. I couldn't be happier. Let me put that up there again. So, hey, man, I want to thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it, dude. You were instrumental. I would have been having us at 13-10. You know, I literally can't count. I don't know what the problem is. You know, you saw it. I mean, that was real. I was gone by the week 4. I was already off. That's how it goes for me.
Yeah,
man.
we couldn't. Yeah, maybe I think happened. You went straight to the Texans game because Miami had a forfeit because the whole team got COVID.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe
Wouldn't
that could happen.
Something that could. I'm telling you, man. These are weird times, right? So we don't know what's going to happen this year. There's a lot of potential craziness. This is the first year that we might see a forfeit. That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Very
To
possible.
actually see a forfeit, I can't imagine. I can't imagine what that would be like. I don't want to see that for nothing. But yeah, man. So look, dude, I appreciate you hanging out. I'll hang out a few more minutes. You know, we can kind of wrap this up with some conversation. You want to hang, Watch K99? You want to bounce? You tell me. It's 11.
Yep, I'll hang. Yeah, I can hang for a little bit longer. No problem.
All right, cool. So Big Joe, says, what are your thoughts on the XFL? Are you a fan? Well, thank you, Big Joe. I appreciate that. I got to tell you, I have not been a fan of the XFL in any capacity up to this point. I do like the idea that um, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, bought the XFL, so maybe he'll kind of legitimize it a little bit. He played at Miami U, and so he has some real football background. I didn't like what Vince McMahon was doing. It was more of a spectacle. And I just had no way. I watched the first week, back in the day, and I was like, this is stupid. Remember, like He Hate Me? Remember that? Like they had all kinds of weird stuff on their jerseys, and I don't know. I wasn't into it too much, but I did like the AAF. I liked them. I was very disappointed that they started this great league with lots of NFL players, guys that just couldn't quite make it or whatever, and then they shut down mid-season. It's crazy. I just can't believe it. But as far as the XFL, I'll give it another chance this year. But honestly, up to this point, it has not grabbed me in the slightest. What do you think, Lot2K99? Are you into the XFL at all? Yeah, no sweat.
I muted myself for a moment. I was kind of letting you do your thing. You know what? I've watched little bits of it intermittently. I did watch because I am a pro wrestling fan, so of course I heard plenty of hype about the XFL. I did watch the 30 for 30 that ESPN did about it, and hearing some of the stories about how it came together and some of the technical issues they have where the rate that slowly started to sink it. Hearing some of those behind the scenes stories was quite interesting. Um, I, I think, and they did have some interesting ideas, like Rusty mentioned, the kickoff when the two guys would race and they would see who could get the ball first, as opposed to a coin toss. That was pretty innovative. Although I think one guy tore his ACL on the first play, and they're the ones who came up with the sky cam. So in terms of things like production that are common in the NFL today, I mean, in a way, they did have some. They had some pretty good ideas, but at the end of the day, you know, football isn't always football. If it's that low quality, people aren't going to have quite as much interest. And yeah, it was like a soap opera that had football. It was the entertainment before the sport, and you could see the Vince McMahon influence in that.
Yeah, totally. And that's a good point too. I think it's important to remember that some of the innovative things that they did trying to create this spectacle and have a different experience, some of it was legit and we took some of it and were able to adopt some of it. So I think it has had its purpose. Again, I'll give it a shot this year, but I haven't, as far as what's on the field, I haven't been too interested. I was more interested in the what do they call that with the women in the bikinis? Remember that? Remember that league? It was real. The women's football. I forget what it was called. I want to say powder puff, but that's not real.
I couldn't tell you exactly what the name of it was. I'm sure there's a couple of lingerie league, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something weird. And that's a joke. I wasn't interested in that either. I don't know. I find it difficult. I'm very like pro women. Like I really am. I always have been. And you can see my Aunt Gina will tell you I was essentially raised by women. I had my father and my grandfather, but that was one thing. But generally my day-to-day experience in large part was women. I have two younger sisters and my mother. I have all these aunts all over the place. So it was like I'm very sympathetic to that. But watching women like play football, I struggled with that. And it might just be antiquated ideas. I don't know. But I wasn't, even with the bikinis, I was like, I don't know, it doesn't seem right to me. It just bikinis and football, I don't know. Didn't fit. I couldn't get it to make sense for me. But yeah, anyway, is the XFL, do we have like a starting time for the XFL? Is there anything, did they make a decision yet or anything?
I'll check it out. I don't even know if it's going to happen for sure this year, but let's see. Let's check that out.
Cool. So John Post says the XFL reboot was working before COVID shut it down, getting 10,000 to 15,000 fans a game. Yeah, like I said, I would love, and who just said this? I want to point this out too. I saw a comment. Eric Craig says we do need a minor league. I could not agree more. Oh, my eyes today. I couldn't agree more. I loved when the world, number one, I love the World League in general. Like I was a big New York, New Jersey Knights fan. I went to every home game that first year. I had we were the loudest section in the stadium, and they gave us a Knights noisemaker T-shirt. They would do this whole thing like loudest section, and so we were the loudest section, and we won T-shirts. I was all into it. Then even when they took away the American side and kept it as NFL Europe, I liked that. I used to watch that when I could. And I liked like how it was a minor league for players. Like teams would send over guys that they were going to cut, but they wanted to work on. I thought it was great, and they just didn't make it for whatever the reason. I would love to see a minor league. You know what I mean?
This thing is tough. By the way, the XFL will be back in 2022. So yeah, so it is coming back in 2022. First one.
2022.
I remember actually, yeah, I was growing up a little bit, and arena football was pretty big. I remember, I think it was the New York, New Jersey. I think it was the Red Dogs. I remember watching some of their games when I was younger.
The Red Dogs.
Yeah, the Red Dogs. And I remember, and also I lived in Chicago for a long time before I moved to Virginia, where I am now. And the Chicago Rush were a pretty big deal. They would play in the All-State Arena. Yeah, so it always had its niche, but arena was kind of interesting because of the high action. You know,
Right.
remember those really narrow goalposts? That when I'm watching TV, you see the narrow goalposts, and I'm just like, how are these kickers kicking the ball through that? The NFL guys can't even kick ones that are 3 times as
Right.
wide. But there is something
Yeah,
about the love of an indoor of arena football. It could be fun.
Yeah,
Look,
it's
Kurt
weird. I
Warner.
remember. What's that?
Kurt Warner came from there, from the Iowa
That's right.
Barnstormers.
How crazy is that? It's funny, man. I remember the Red Dogs. I never went and saw them or anything, but I remember watching some arena football and like seeing guys get smashed on the boards, kind of like hockey in some respects. It was really fast, really exciting, but I for some reason it didn't grab me either. I don't know. I think it was just a little too different. If it stuck around a while, I might have grabbed it because I just love to watch football. But
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like everything they try. It seems doesn't it? It seems like everything they try just doesn't make it very long. I don't know why. The AAF I thought had it.
I mean, a lot of times, it is financing. I mean, these guys aren't exactly making a ton of money. I mean, that doesn't exactly help matters. So,
Right.
yep, the Dragons, yep,
That's right.
yep, them too. But yeah, a lot of times it has to do with financing and trying to get people to come to the games and stuff like that. I mean, if people aren't coming, then it's hard to pay the players, and they're not exactly making a ton of money. It's probably just a part-time thing for them. They probably have 9 to 5 jobs during the week.
That's right. It's interesting too because like that's really what it boils down to is money. And if people are going to see it, you'd think that would be it. But I mean, the AAF had people in the stands. And they had a lot of money to start. So it was just one of those things like mid-season, they just said, oh, it's not working. And they shut it down. Sad to see. That's where David Fales or Luke Falk came from the AAF. He was out there. So yeah, man. Let's see. What else we got? Yeah, Frankie had a good idea. He says, expand the practice squad and make it a minor league. I'll tell you what, there's no shortage of guys that we know. There is no shortage of players that would do it. Again, I think it just boils down to people going. Yeah, and nothing's going to compete with the NFL during that time. And I think people just have struggled with the idea of watching football in the off season. I don't know why, but
I
we'll
think
keep
one
our
thing.
eyes on that.
I think one thing
What's
with
that?
a minor league is, with the minor league, how big is it going to be? Because it's different. Like someone's mentioning the G League, that's fine. I mean, it only takes a couple of guys to play basketball, or a little bit more with, and not baseball, hockey, a little bit bigger. But the NFL roster, a football roster, is so large because you have so many guys on the field, and you need depth. Maybe it's
Yeah.
a situation where certain teams. I'm just thinking out loud, where teams have a certain number of players, but I don't know if you could ever have a realistic situation where every team has one minor league franchise. I think
Hmm.
that's just too much.
Yeah, 32 minor league teams. I think it would be more something like maybe 10 teams, 12
10 to
teams, and
12
everybody
teams.
contributes.
And
Yeah, I think
but
it
then,
would be hard.
and wouldn't that be interesting? These guys would be teammates in, if they're minors, but then they come up, they might be going head to head. It's different, but it's an interesting dynamic there.
Yeah, it is. So look, we got wow, this game is still going on. There is 11 minutes, at least on my. I know I'm a little bit delayed over here. I'm watching through the NFL app. It says there's 10 minutes and 54 seconds left. 28 to 26 bucks. This is a game. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. This is a game.
yeah, we're on commercial. We're on commercial over here. I'm seeing an ad for Smirnoff vodka.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing some ad.
Yeah,
But
so
all right, I think we're gonna wrap it up. It's 11:15. I want to thank everybody, man. I want to thank you, Watsuke. I appreciate all your help tonight. It was really, really cool. I'm sorry for everybody who got bummed out tonight, but I'm glad you were here, my friend. Anything you want to say in passing? You want to let anybody know anything going on or anything like that?
I mean, the only thing I'll say next week we'll have a lot to talk about. I'm very confident. So we've been waiting a long time for this to have real hope, not just the typical hope that comes with every season, but it's the beginning of a new era of Jets football. Let's embrace it. It's going to be a ride, but I think for the first time in a good 10 years, we can be legitimately optimistic that we are about to become a respectable team and hopefully more than respectable. And let's enjoy this ride together. Let's do this.
That's awesome. Well said, man. Well said. I agree. I think that every year right now we're kind of optimistic. We're psyched for the season to start. But generally speaking, these past bunch of years, we knew it in our hearts. It was fool's hope. It was just being excited to watch something. And last year in particular was the biggest dud in my entire 40 years of watching this damn team. So it's nice to have real football men running the franchise. And even if we lose, even if all that goes on, I really do feel good about the direction. And I think we have good reason to be optimistic. Whether or not it translates to wins and losses, I think you nailed it, man. I think we have something to watch and something to be proud of. And that's everything, man. That's everything. So I wanted to tell you guys before I go, Jeremy's bringing it up. This weekend, actually, on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I think it's 10 a.m. Eastern Time. 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we are extending the first of our olive branches to the NFL Jets fans that are out in Europe and other places that consistently have trouble watching it, making it to these streams because they're so late. They watch the next day and they can't contribute. So 10 a.m. Eastern Time, which will be somewhere in the afternoon over there in Europe, or at least in the UK. We're going to do a stream on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., specifically to send some love to our European Jets fans. Australia is difficult, Bismo, I know, but hopefully this will be at least a little bit easier. I'm not sure if it'll be easier. Maybe it's midnight for you. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me. I can't even count to four. So there's all that. But this weekend, we're calling it GreenBean Worldwide. I'm going to be on there with our good friend Jeremy Cravat, and we'll be doing that every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And hopefully we can get all the boys over there from the UK and Germany and Spain and all the friends that we have over there. It could be a little bit easier for them to watch it. I'd love it if you guys can tune in Saturday morning, man. What else you got going on? Sleep a little late, get your cup of coffee, and hang out with us. You're allowed to. I want you to know that it's not only for the European fellas. So we're all there, but 10 a.m. on Saturdays. And guys, we're going to be doing the watch parties for every single game this week, except for week 2, which I will be at the game. But this Sunday is no exception. We will be on Jetnation's YouTube, hanging out together, watching the game, complaining, cheering, crying, consoling, whatever it is, we'll be doing it together. Jetnation's YouTube, about 15 minutes before kickoff, we'll be getting together. You are all invited. I love it when we hang together. I will tell you, though, we're not going to be watching the game on the stream. That is over. Can't do that again. The NFL got very mad, made me go to copyright school. I had to do all that, watch videos and take a test and everything else. So I don't want to do that again. But yeah, that'll be 12:45 every Sunday. We'll be getting together on Jetnation's YouTube. And if you haven't seen the Homer and Hater video, go over there and check it out, man. It's right here on this channel. When you're done with this, go click on Homer and Hater and let me know what you think. I'm curious. And all that being said, everybody have a great night. Thanks again to Watch UK99. I couldn't have did this without you, and I mean that literally. I literally could not have counted to 17 without you. It was impossible, but you added quite a bit to the stream, and I'm appreciative. Thanks, everybody. You guys are the best, and have a great night. I'll leave you with this.
Before you guys take off, do you think I could get a score prediction week 1 from you? I see the Jets coming out and breaking the will of the Panthers up front. Our lines are going to kill their lines. Therefore, we're going to score 31 points. They're going to score 17. 1 touchdown from Sam Darnold. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry. Best thing we ever did, getting rid of that Sam Darnold guy. Now, nice guy. I like him. I think he's a nice guy. Got a pretty girlfriend. All those things. I'm just telling you, Sam Darnold can't do nothing. We seen it. Nothing. 31-17 Jets.
I hate to say it. I do. I hate to say it, but I can't see the Jets stopping their offense with all those guys they have. I'm a flip what Homer said, 31-17 Panthers. I'm sorry.